Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Friday night. It's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Podbean. I'm on Podbean now, as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place. Trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button right there. Like, share, and comment. Tell a friend because the page is growing. Where's Claw?
Let's do it.
Shouts to Claw, man. What's going on, baby? How you doing?
Everything's fantastic, man. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I had a rough week. Not rough, but different for me. You know, I started a new job, so you know, they call me the Undertaker at work.
Mm.
Yeah. You guys don't know what I do. It's rough. Trust me. I'll tell y'all off pod. But it's crazy what you do for $1. My boy Bishop is here. How you doing?
What up?
Live show part 2, and you're here for episode 176. I don't really talk about the episode numbers, but once we get closer to 200, you know, there's a reveal I'm gonna put out there. How you doing, man?
2 weeks in a row, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Don't get crazy with your fucking Nets talk tonight. All right.
Listen, man. That's all I got. Football season's over for me already.
No pause of that. Ricky Fang's in the building.
I'm back.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
Yo, great. I'm good. How are you? You good?
I am fine. How was your week?
My week was actually pretty good, I must say. I got to, relax all week and just chill out. Just me time.
You had me time, so where was the family?
Oh, they were here and there, but throughout the day it's just, it's just me.
Well, how can your family be hitting? That don't sound right to me. I don't like the way that sounds. Let me go check on Shannon. Like, does she? Do I have to blink twice? So
nice.
All right. Huh?
Little me time.
Unsolved mysteries. I don't like the way that sounds, but we
Mad
gonna clear that up.
Mad sus.
We're gonna clear that up. I would like to see
how this went left.
I would like to see Shannon after before this show was up. I'd like to see faces. So I need to know that everybody's okay.
With today's newspaper.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, lots to get into today, and shout outs to everybody else. Nicole's still on vacation. She is getting hammered, on a boat somewhere.
That sounds crazy.
Hey, yo,
Listen.
Yeah, my bad.
Wait. Did you say Nicole's getting hammered?
Yo.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm talking about drunk, right?
Jesus.
Don't do that.
Well, listen.
Yep.
Listen, she did send that photo of 2 drinks.
She did.
She's not alone.
She's with her mother. What are you talking about?
That's what she told you.
Word.
The Gilmore girls.
When she comes back, man, we're definitely gonna have to interrogate her a bit, right?
I'm gonna meet her at the airport. Because
if she doesn't have any pictures of her mother on vacation, then we already know what's up.
No, it's just somebody went to the airport. We find out what time she comes in, and we stand there with her. We'll find out.
Yo, this sounds crazy.
What?
This whole conversation sounds crazy right now, son.
Yo, listen, we need going on with Nicole. We are very intrigued, especially Freaky. Freaky's always asking Nicole some wild shit. But listen, shouts to Nicole, the Silent Assassin. Where's Phil? GQ Phil.
You got a computer?
Guys are just missing, but they'll be back.
Jimmy on furlough?
Jimmy's definitely on furlough. He hit me up today. He was like, "Is there no pod today?" I said, "Not in studio."
Looking for something.
Stay your butt at home. But lots to get into today, fellas. We got Thursday night football. We have week 5. Damn, week 5 already. Predictions. We have some Kaepernick news as well. Jets watch. We got to talk about Jets watch. Marshawn Lynch dropped some bombs. I loved it. Right? Definitely was on Club Shay Shay and kept it 100 because I feel just the way he felt about a certain individual. Right? Jonathan Taylor said he will suit up for the Colts. So a lot of people that have him in fantasy, I'm sure they're doing backflips right now. Kupp returns to the Rams in week 5. So, Rams been playing pretty good football, right? In the last couple of weeks, man. So I want to see how they're able to incorporate him and see if they can be able to keep it rolling. NBA training camp is underway. We're going to talk a little Brooklyn Nets. We're going to talk a little Los Angeles Lakers. There's some back and forth still going on. Mike Malone trying to walk it back a little bit. I don't like that. Keep that same energy. James Harden, he actually showed up to camp, which is crazy. I'm pretty shocked. I want to talk about this new. I don't know if they're calling it a death lineup for the Warriors, but there's an interesting lineup that they've thrown out there that I think they're gonna use that for the first preseason game. So I want to pick your brains about that. Lauren Hardy. Oh, excuse me, not Hardy. Lauren Holiday. Let me get her name right. She penned a letter for her husband. So I'd like to discuss that as well. Irrelevant news of the week, and then the greatest segment on the planet, dummy of the week. Now, before we get into that, what's the biggest trending thing that's going on right now? Does anybody want to say it? I think Claw had mentioned it off camera. So what is it, Claw? What is the biggest trending thing right now out in there, out in the public?
I mean, outside of the Sexy Red Tape, we going Jizzy Drake album, man, for the dogs, for my dogs, or for all the dogs, or something like that. That joint rocking.
So you give it a 10 out of 10?
I give it for a Drake album. Now, if anybody don't know, like Drake albums don't be what they need to be. It's just weird. He never has a solid, complete album. Maybe because his fan base is too big. But this one has got some smokers on it. Definitely, I think the lead single was like a freestyle. But 8 a.m. in Charlotte, he was going off on a boom bap beat. Blacking out, son in the video doing some Puff Daddy dance. So it was a vibe. I liked it.
Did anybody else listen to it?
I listened to it. It's pretty dope.
I listened to it too. Yeah.
Okay, Freaky. So give me some insight, man. Do you agree with Claw or do you have some kickback?
I agree with Claw because I feel like Drake make music for everybody. So being how he makes music for everybody, his albums aren't going to be like fire just to one person. You get what I'm saying? It's like a variety of different of music in there. So, but I feel like it was dope. It's definitely you definitely get your certain tracks where it's like I could zone out to this and just chill with this. I could ride late night in the car, listen to this. Like you got your classic Drake in there. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Okay. And my resident hip hop enthusiast, Bishop, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like Fang was saying, he does a lot of different things, so he has a lot of different sounds. So he has to appeal to, and he has such a wide fan base, so he has to do different things to appeal to different fans. So for me personally, it's not the best hip hop album. For me, I like some of the tracks. Like my favorite joint is the one with J. Cole, of course, because J. Cole is one of my favorite rappers. He's one of the best lyricists out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But like it was all right. It was good. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's good. The sounds are good. The production's good on it. So you can't really complain about that. So I say I give it a 7.
Here's my question: Is Drake considered hip hop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
A lot of hip hop.
Yeah.
Yo, the thing about Drake that's dope, like outside of all of, the hit records and the appealing and being a superstar, like he's really a fan of backpack rap. Like he studies lyrics, he studies people's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like in order to be able to manipulate flows. Like he the only person that I heard get on the song with Bad Bunny and do his verse in Spanish.
Okay.
I had to give respect for that, man. The Puerto Ricans are gonna go crazy for that.
Right.
If
Yeah,
you
like
really love
he's
them
not
that,
scared to try shit.
yeah,
Right.
he been in there, bro. Like he really meted it up. So
Yeah.
it was
I mean, let's be honest. Drake could go ahead and put out rubbish right now. People will still accept it because
That's
he's been
true.
putting out fire for years. So if he gives you rubbish, you going to take it and like it.
What I
Nah, you know what I like though? The thing I like about Drake is like, let's say it's a type of hip hop that he's that he's interested in. Like he'll actually go and chill with those people, get to know their culture type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in London, with with all those guys out there, so he taps into like the culture. You get what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, culture vulture.
Nah, I wouldn't say culture vulture, bro.
Nah, he just likes to, if he's gonna immerse himself. It's
Right.
almost like being a method actor. Like he gotta immerse himself in whatever style he's trying to portray in that song. So just to make it feel authentic for him. You know what I mean? So you can't knock that. You putting in the work. As long as it sounds good, that's it.
And
I'm
he
not.
give what I'm saying, he give credit, like he'll do a track and sample something that like the originals of that time did, or what I'm saying, just to big them up, to give them their props.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, man. You guys are the music guys, so I'm gonna leave that up to y'all.
And I'm not even a Drake head like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of it, man. My opinion don't mean nothing with this. I just wanted to ask. But what I would ask about here, Sexy Red.
Bro.
Guess it ain't pink. Shots.
Yo.
Shots. Hey.
And,
I just heard about it. I don't know what's going on.
listen, all I know
right
is the video came across my eyes in a group chat, and there's no way I could watch that. I'm not watching.
Look,
I refuse.
Listen, fam. Listen.
Not watching.
My attention today. So I said, let me go ahead and send it to my friends. I'd love to know what they think. Because when I saw it, for the little 30 seconds that it was on,
dude, what did you expect it to be? Did it meet all of your expectations?
You thought it was gonna have some kind of production value to it or something?
Wait, my thing is,
it wasn't even the production value that bothered me. It was the fact that she had the bonnet kufi on her head.
Oh God!
Yo, but because it wasn't for public consumption.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh man!
Bonnet kufi on the head, and then, listen, man. Women do a lot of wizardry in regards to their figures and how they really look. Top half, I'm gonna just leave it alone. If I go any further, man, it's gonna get ugly.
We can move on. So we can move on.
Yo, look like Young Thug.
Yeah, don't do it. I'm gonna cut it off there. Off. Yo, I was grossed out. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. For the 30 seconds, I was grossed out.
Yo, I seen a picture of her. She had like the bumps right here on her lip.
No, stop it.
Oh,
yeah, I seen.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Thursday night football saw a beating. 40-20. The Bears bust up the Washington Commanders. Magic Johnson was not happy. Called out his team, and rightfully so. I mean, listen, the Bears are not a good football team, and we thought that the Commanders were improved. Not saying that they're a great team, but they showed some strides over the first 4 weeks of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for them to get blown out like that by a quarterback that I'm not gonna say he's bad, but he needs a lot of work. Maturity wise and also on the field. Did anybody expect this type of blowout?
No,
not even close. From the way they were performing, the way they played against the Eagles, they kept it respectable against the Eagles. They beat the Cardinals. They looked like they were trending in the right direction. As far as the Commanders go. So I personally thought that this was going to be an easy game for them, and they was going to take, they were going to hand the Bears their fifth loss in a row. But Actually, I think it's like their fourth. It would have been their 14th loss in a row. But yeah, nah, they the Bears would do. They were. I think that Fields is. I think he's trying to tune out the noise. Like he said last week, he was being overcoached and he was hearing too much, and he just has to go out there and play with instinct and everything like that. And I think he just, it's finally starting to come together for him.
Yeah,
And DJ Moore had a night.
I would agree with that. I think Ron Rivera. I don't know, man. I don't know if Ron Rivera is going to survive this season. I just don't. With new ownership, with things starting to trend a little differently, I don't know if you'll see Ron Rivera finish the season. It may be one of those things where he steps down, resigns. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't look good in certain spots with him, and it's glaring. It's glaring that he might not be the right coach for this team, and rightfully so. I mean, listen, they're in transition. They're a young team. They might have to get a young offensive mind in there to be able to kind of help Sam Howell grow a bit, because he's not a bad quarterback. I just think that they need to improve in the margins and get him, some more weapons and stuff like that. But it was a disappointing performance, to say the least, from that team.
And they have weapons. That's the thing. Like they have weapons on offense. They spent so many draft picks on that defensive line, and the defensive line wasn't getting to Fields last night. So it's like they should be a better team than what they are, and I don't know what Rivera has done to warrant keeping his job.
Yeah, I don't think he's like a big motivational guy. I don't see him as that. You know what I'm saying? And for a team like you said that has they have some talent on that defense, especially on that defensive line. For you to not get much pressure that just doesn't make sense to me. But now, can the Bears be able to have some momentum coming off of this game though? Do you think that this is something that they can grow
on? I would say yes, because the way Fields looked playing, like he looked confident, like he was throwing the ball all over the field. He was the deep pass, short pass, every intermediate. He was hitting everybody in strides. And then once you combine that with his ability to run, I think the biggest thing for most young quarterbacks is confidence. And once you feel like you have a command of the offense and you feel like you have that confidence, then you're able to you'll get that pass out a little bit quicker. Because in NFL, most completions are a fraction away from being either a tip pass or a drop. So if you start being able to fire that ball in there with confidence, the way that they want Zach Wilson to do it, like you can see the difference in the quarterback that has confidence and the quarterback that doesn't. And
right?
so with him playing, looking like he's getting more confident and understanding the offense better and everything like that, it could be a momentum builder. It depends on, the competition they play next week. Now, if they go play the 49ers next week, it ain't going to matter. It don't matter about how much confidence he got. It's the 49ers. But it could be something good to build on for them, depending on who they playing. I didn't even check the schedule. I don't know who they playing.
Yeah, their next 3 games are the Vikings, the Raiders, and the Chargers.
Oh, yeah, he could definitely build some confidence off of that.
Yeah.
So the Vikings going to be a shootout. The Raiders, you don't know what you're going to get. And the Chargers, they'll blow it in the fourth.
The Chargers.
They'll find a way to lose it.
Yeah, so.
But the whole thing, like with the Commanders and the Bears, like we really weren't expecting the Commanders to be this great team. No. Just like the Bears. It's just that it came down to the battle of 2 garbage teams, and one had to win. It's just not the one that everybody expected to.
Yeah, and Dick Buckus died yesterday. God bless the dead.
Definitely. That man was a legend, man. He was too cool for school, man. R.I.P. to Dick Buckus.
So with that motivation, how the script works.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And also too, could nobody guard DJ Moore last night?
8 receptions, 230 yards.
Bro, Justin Fields had 15 completions. 8 of them went to Moore.
And he did it in many different. Like he caught him on the short hitch, and he took it to the house. He caught him on the deep passes, and he did it every way possible. yesterday. I don't know what was going on. At some point, you gotta put 2 people on him.
But seriously, like, who else is on the outside that you can actually be able to like have to worry about other than DJ Moore? They don't really have like a real solid number 2 other than Cole Kmet. Like, that's it.
Well, remember they had Remember they didn't even have Claypool. Claypool was home because they made him stay home. No, but they just traded him, but they made him stay home.
They told his ass to stay home. It's like, you want to talk crazy in the media? Yeah. Hey, take the rest of the week off, buddy.
Yep.
Buddy, go back to Canada.
Yeah, not gonna work here anymore.
Nah. So, yeah, that for them to do that with just one wide receiver, with one real weapon out there is impressive.
Yeah, definitely. So, both teams, like Fang said, rubbish. I'm not gonna go that far. Fang said it. I didn't say it.
I said it.
But yeah, I think both teams are young and trying to find direction. I think Eberflus is a bad coach, and Justin Fields' ability to escape the pocket and use his legs is going to make Eberflus maybe look a little better, but I just don't think he's a good coach. I really don't. You see some of his schemes, some of his clock management situations. It's just bad. It's all the way bad, and he doesn't help his quarterback a lot. And I see now why a Justin Fields will go to the media and say that, but at the same time, you're the quarterback. You still can't say stuff like that. You know what I mean? You gotta keep it in the house.
But to me, I felt like that was a little. It was a little misconstrued to me because I felt like he was saying like they're telling him to do all these things, and then when he gets on the field, he's there thinking about it instead of just playing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he was mad that he was. But no. But what he was saying, it's on him. That's what he was saying. Like he said it was on me. He was saying that he was thinking too much and that he needed to just go out there and play. Like it wasn't that he was getting like it was bad coaching. It was just that he was getting so much information and then he was just trying to process it on the field. And he was like, at some point you just got to go out there and play.
Okay.
And that's what, because when you watch, like I listened to they had like a whole clip of it and the way they cut it, they was cutting it to make it seem like he was going at the coach, but he really wasn't. And then he even came back later and said, "Nah, it's on me. It's not on the coach. It's not on nobody. It's on me."
Just checking.
I like to be thorough. I like to be thorough.
You don't need you going crazy. You know what I mean? But you always coming in and trying to clean stuff up. Don't be trying to clean stuff up on the old podcast.
Listen, man. Listen. You like to be for the organization. I like to be for the players. All right.
Yo,
I'm gonna come out for the players now. God damn it.
I am a union guy. Okay, I'm all for the job, not for the guy.
Exactly. You're not for the worker. Yeah. You're not for the working class.
Damn the workers.
Well, look.
Damn the workers.
If his name is Eberflus, whatever, with a name like that, either you're gonna win or either you're gonna lose. And more than likely, you're gonna lose with that shitty ass name. So it's not gonna work.
That is very true.
Eberflus gonna rough.
That's not a name that lasts.
No, definitely doesn't. Okay, moving on. Let's go to we might as well just get it out of the way. Let's do our NFL preview for Week 5. What we got here?
America.
We're not talking about America's team yet. Not yet. Oh, America, but that is the game of the week thing. That is the game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
First game we got the London game. London, we back in London. Jaguars and Bills. Bills just beat the brakes off of Miami Dolphins, so I'm going Bills. I'm not doubting the Bills no more. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I think we all picked the Bills last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did. So we definitely call that game. I have Bills.
I'm going Jaguars.
You go
yeah, you're crazy.
He's going Jags. You know why? I understand why Claw's going Jags because they play well in London. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's their hometown.
Aren't they undefeated or something like that over there?
That's where they're going.
It's close. It's something like that.
Yeah,
that's where they're going, bro. That's their new home. That's
the only reason I would say it wouldn't be a bad pick to pick the Jags because they stayed there last week, so they're not gonna have any jet lag, anything. So they got 2 weeks over there adjusting to that time. And all of that, and they already played the game last week, so that's what might hinder the Bills a little bit is that they're going over there. It's gonna be a different time zone, playing a different time of day. It's gonna be a little much for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I'm still going Bills. Still going Bills after they beat the hell out of the Dolphins. They're gonna beat the hell out of the team. So I got the Bills winning this game. I think it's gonna be a bit of a shootout. 35-30 Bills.
Bills, yeah.
Yeah, it's still the Bills. I got the Bills.
Yeah, still the Bills. Moving on. We have a 1:00 kickoff with the Titans and Colts. Will Jonathan Taylor play? Maybe not. Tennessee is -2.5 on the road. This is an interesting game. This is a tough game to kind of call for me. Both teams have a pretty solid defense. I think, Tannehill is Tannehill. We know that what he does, right? And what he doesn't do. Richardson has really, really looked good in these first few games that he started. But what's the X factor here? I think the X factor you have to see is going to be the running game. It has to be Derrick Henry. It has to be if Jonathan Taylor plays, because if he does, it brings a completely different dynamic for that football game for the Colts. So, gun to my head, if you're going to pick one, I mean, Colts are at home. I like the way Richardson looks. I think that they pull off a slight upset. I don't see that this is a huge upset, but I think I got the Colts winning this game.
Yeah, I can see that. Just the way Henry ran last week. Henry was a beast last week.
Yeah.
But I do like that. I do like that Colts team, and I think they rally around that quarterback. I think they like the way that he plays.
Yeah.
And like you said, if Taylor does play, that really changes things. I don't see why he shouldn't, unless he's just not in shape. But if he's in shape, he should be able to play because he knows his playbook. It's not like he's going to a new team. He's going back to his same team, and they should already have stuff schemed up for him. So I'd say he probably does play. And I guess I'll go with the Colts. I have no faith in Tannehill. I never do.
So we got two for the Colts. Fang, what you got?
Tannehill's a bum. And Taylor, if they bring Taylor back, trust me, he's gonna be very comfortable. He's gonna be very comfortable. So I'm going Colts. Okay. And Derrick Henry is a beast.
Definitely is. Claw, what you have?
I'm gonna go Indy. I like the new energy over there. It's starting to click. You bring back this guy who was the leading rusher last year. I mean, it's a different change. It's a different game. So I like Colts for sure.
Yeah, Shane Steichen, the head coach, he's like a boring guidance counselor in regards to how he motivates his team. They're playing well, so I'm not gonna get on them too much. But I like the dynamic as well. So I think we all going Colts. Yeah. So that's a fair pick on an all even pick. Let's do that.
I think Richardson brings the energy that they need, though. The way he plays, he electrifies that team. You can see that they like the way he plays. So
yeah, I agree with that. Saints and Patriots. Patriots at home. My poor guy Mac Jones doesn't look good right now, and he's gonna face another daunting defense.
Isn't it just a +1 on it?
It's even.
It's even. Yeah, that shit is.
It's actually even now, which tells you a lot that they can't even get the -1.5 or 2.5 just being
home
because they Vegas does just not believe in Mac Daddy Jones. I don't like it, and that's why.
And they shouldn't.
I'm picking the Patriots. I'm picking the Patriots to win this game at home. Mac Jones, he rebounds, he recovers, he ends up winning this game for the Patriots. I got Mac Jones because, listen, Derek Carr, he's still dealing with whatever shoulder injury he got and whatever's going on over there. They need to sit him. I don't understand why you're just going to let him play. If he's not healthy, let him sit. But they're probably just like, yo, did you see Jameis Winston throw the football? We need Derek Carr back now. So that's the only explanation that I have. If you know your quarterback that you just paid big money to is hurt, and you're looking down the bench, you're like, yo, nah, son, we got Taysom Hill, nah, we don't want him. We got Jameis Winston, nah, we don't want him. Like, yo, we gotta call him back. Yo, just tape up his shoulder and let him roll. Like, that's bad.
Come on, Jameis got the LASIK though. He got his eye fixed.
It ain't working.
Well, remember, Remember, they got Kamara back, so that can
That's
take
true.
the pressure off.
That is true.
Is back. But he didn't. He didn't look too. Did he look great in week 4? It was.
It's first week back
Right.
though.
First
This
week
gonna
back,
be
for
you
his
gotta
first
give
week back, he looked decent. He looked
Yeah,
decent.
gotta give him time. So yeah, I have the Patriots winning. I don't know who y'all got. I'll start with Fang. Who you got, Fang?
Taking the Saints.
You got the Saints. That's it.
Taking the Saints.
All right, respect.
I'm going Saints as well.
You going Saints too, Claude? Everybody got Saints but me.
of course. You know your you know that Mac Jones pick is purely a pride pick because you've been talking so much trash about Mac Jones being the second coming, and I told you
love
since the
Mac.
time he came out of college that he was
What-
trash.
What
Right?
can I say? I
He's
love
the
Mac
most vanilla quarterback
Sorry.
ever.
I'm sorry. I like Mike Jones. Mike Jones. I love Mike.
He's the epitome of
Who?
vanilla quarterback, son.
Like who?
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Mike Jones. I'm telling you, man, he's going to have a good week. Just trust me on this. Feel it. I feel it.
For the listeners out there, just go against that bet. Just go against that particular bet.
Moving on. We got the Ravens and Steelers and AFC North matchup. This is a big one. Ravens are 3-1, Steelers are 2-2. Baltimore is -4 on the road. Listen, I can't blame them because the way that Mr. Pickett looked, yeah, you going Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens, bro. Pickett looks bad. He looks bad, son. He doesn't. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like we all know that Mike Tomlin finds a way to get his teams over 500 or 500 for a season and get into the playoffs, sneak in. I don't see how he sneaks this team into the playoffs. Pickett is bad. They have weapons. That's the sad part, right? I think Freiermuth is hurt, but the running attack hasn't been that great this season. And you have to blame that on the quarterback. You have to blame that on how he's commanding that line, how he's getting guys ready, how he's understanding what the coverages are and what the defense is giving him. And I just don't think that he's reading or seeing the field properly right now, and it's causing his team to have big lapses offensively. The defense can only do so much. If the offense can't move the ball and you got guys like George Pickens on the outside that you can't give the ball to, that you can't get the ball to, a guy that can be able to literally catch everything, that's a problem. So they're going to have to try to make some changes on the fly. But, Baltimore's defense has played really, really well first 4 weeks of the season. Like their offense is behind and that defense is looking really, really good. So I got Baltimore winning this game, and it might not even be close.
Well, I you know what? I'll go with Baltimore also because, like you said, like you can't have a dysfunctional offense going against a defense that's shining right now. It doesn't make sense.
Facts.
Therefore, the defense is going to win the game from once again.
Yeah.
I got Baltimore also. Also Kenny Pickett is actually dealing with a bone bruise.
Yes.
He got hurt in the last game too. They thought it was more of a serious knee injury, but it actually turns out it's just a bone bruise. But having a bone bruise and not being and you were already struggling before that, I don't see them, overcoming that with the quarterback issues they were already having. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Yo, they walking in with gasoline drills on right now.
Yo, and Lamar about to light him up.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson Carver in the comments, he said, worst case scenario is if we cover and still lose. I want us to lose by 40 points so the fan base can put pressure on Tomlin to fire Matt Canada. Listen, Matt is one of the worst offensive coordinators out there. He was bad in college, then I've never seen somebody be bad in college and then get an NFL job. Like you fail up. How do you fail up?
Right.
Yo, it happens a lot. Yo, son, it happens a lot in the NFL, man.
You're right. It does.
It happens a lot. I don't know how they be doing it, but it happens a lot in the NFL,
not
man.
to us. Not to us. I'm just saying. Not to us.
There are certain traits that you have to have that happen.
Yes. Not to us.
That's crazy.
But it does happen.
But it does happen, son. It seems to happen a lot, man.
Yeah. And so we have is this Al the resident Eagles fan? Pittsburgh gonna cover the spread. Yeah, possibly. But I can't trust him. I can't trust him. I can't trust nothing Pittsburgh right now. I can't.
I can't do it. And I love Tomlin, but
yeah, you can't trust it, man. The way Kenny Pickett is looking right now, man, it's like, bro, like this ain't good. Like this is not. No. And you got Matt Cannon over there looking stupid with his headset. This stupid look on his face. Fire him now. Fire him. Because somebody gonna put hands on him on the sidelines one of these weeks. They're gonna put hands on him. Because trust me, if I was a player, that was my motto. If somebody bothers you, just put hands on them. Whether it be refs, players, coaches, don't matter.
And that's why you wasn't a player for long. So.
Right? Anytime a ref used to see me coming to the gym on a rec team, like, all right, you know what kind of game this is today.
You know? Every ref know who you are. So every ref.
I had to kick him out early. Jeez. I argue with everybody. I argue with the people that are keeping the score, like the guys that are doing the score, but I don't care. Everybody get it.
Man needs a chill pill, bro.
Yo, son, you don't even know, man. You don't even know, son. I've dealt with it for a very long time.
Yo, hey, he was always the calm one, right? Like when people used to like get mad at my approach because I would just like yell at people and tell them how terrible they were. Like they would go to him and be like, "Yo, son, what's wrong with you?"
I was the assistant coach that had to go and speak shit over with the players. Like, yo, he really don't mean what he's saying right now. He's just very emotional at this moment. So, give him 5 minutes and he'll be out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yo, he was Ty Lue. They used to go to him.
Oh man.
They never went to me.
All the time.
What's bad about to happen? He about to go in right now. He about to go in.
I'm like, yo, just give him some space. Give him some space. I got you. I'll go. What do you need? What did you need to tell him? I will tell him what you wanted to. I got you.
Whatever I had to download, I downloaded on the Bishop, and then he would kind of clean it up and make sure he gets the information back to him. You know what I mean? So this right here is fine for me. I can be able to stay behind this mic and be fine. Don't put me in no type of leadership role because I don't want it. I want no pause. Moving on, we have Texans and Falcons. Both teams are 2-2. Falcons are at home. They are -1.5, so they get that little 1.5 boost at home. This is also another interesting game because you got a tale of two quarterbacks. One guy is a second-year guy in Desmond Ridder, and the other one is C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud is looking phenomenal right now. This kid looks poised. He looks calm. He looks collected. He looks like he knows exactly what he wants to do on the football field. And for a rookie, that's that's a good sign, right? Like the last time we saw this, obviously we saw it with Joe Burrow. We saw it with Justin Herbert, right? This kid is starting to look like he was supposed to be the number one pick. Like Bryce Young gives me Zach Wilson vibes. He does. It might be a little too early to say that, but he definitely does give me those vibes. But CJ Stroud looks good. I think the running game with Damian Pierce is good. I think they've been playing really, really inspired football, and shouts to D'Amico Ryans for having them prepared and ready to play every week. With that being said, I got the Falcons winning this game. I give the Texans all the praise in the world. But listen, that boy Bijan Robinson is something special. And when you got a running back like that, I'll never vote against you. I'll never go against you because that kid can be able to light you up for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns. He has that type of talent. So you don't need a Desmond Ridder to throw the football. Just hand it off. Hand it off to the guy back there. Give him 38 touches. Give him 38 touches against the Texans and see what happens. I'm going Falcons, and they better give Bijan Robinson the ball at least 35 times. That's what I'm saying.
I can't disagree with you more. I have no faith in the Falcons right now, sir. And I love BJ. BJ Robinson is good, but like the quarterback play on the Falcons is
Desmond Ridder's bad.
Terrible.
He's bad.
Terrible. And I don't see them holding up. Like the Texans actually they played well last week. They showed out last week. So I think the Texans got this.
Got a comment right now. My man Richie G. He said Barry has too much Jamaican blood running through him.
That is 100% correct.
Definitely
That is
true.
100%
Wild
correct.
card.
That's the batteries. Born with the
That's
batteries.
wild card energy is what we call that.
100%
Ginger
correct.
beer.
Big facts. Big facts. Fang, who you got? Who you got in this game?
I'm going for the Falcons.
Falcons?
The Falcons, yeah. Just off the run game period. Like, this man is unstoppable.
Yeah. Listen, you have to talk about Algier too. Algier is a good number 2, man. The guy had over 1,000 yards last year. So the fact that he's your complimentary back, like, you know, that's a good duo to have. So I'm with you.
And you're talking about 2 like very mediocre teams. You know, so a mediocre defense against a very superior run game right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I see Falcons running right through them.
Yeah. I don't doubt that in regards to what you're saying right there. Cole, what you got?
Texans. I like how that young offense is coming together. I mean, as we spoke on, there's a lot of holes in the Atlanta passing game. But the Texans, they're going to surprise you. And I don't think you know what to expect, and you don't know how to play the ball against them. So I think that'll make the defense thrive, turn it to some points, and, you know, make it worth watching.
Yeah, I agree. And we are live. I didn't put my light on, so thank you. Turn it on. Hey, there we go. Yeah. All right. Who's next? Who we got? We got Panthers and Lions. Panthers are 0-4 and Lions are 3-1. Need we say more?
Nah, I don't think
Lions are -9.5. They're gonna beat the hell out of them. They're gonna beat the hell out of them. I feel bad for Bryce Young. He should just, like, you know, I think it's one of those days where you can call in sick. Call in sick, man, because I don't want to see, you know, Hutchinson and them boys go after him. Aiden Hutchinson is going to have a field day with that bad offensive line that they got over there. 9.5 sounds okay. I think they're gonna cover that, no problem. Is that an all even? I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah,
I agree on that one.
I think it's going to be a shootout.
Shootout.
I think it's going to be a shootout.
Have you seen the Panthers play this season?
Yeah, I've seen Thielen do what he does.
See, somebody has to throw him the football.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling it's gonna be a little shootout, man.
You think it's gonna be a shootout outside the arena? You're not talking about inside the arena.
That's probably gonna. I mean, depending on where they're playing, there's a pickup truck. I mean,
they're in Detroit, so there might be a shootout outside the arena, but inside, I don't.
The only shootout, guns gonna be going on.
It's always a good shootout in Detroit.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. That Panthers team is bad. But listen, if you say shootout and it happens, then I have to, you know, apologize to you, because there's a lot of times during the week where you say some stuff and it ends up happening and I have to walk it back.
I got the script, bro. I definitely got the script.
So let's see how that happens with Claw. Moving on.
If you got the script, why you couldn't tell me about my Giants?
Facts.
I want to see you suffer in real time.
What kind of friend are you?
Yeah, I've told you about the Giants before you knew about him.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Everyone was saying Mac Jones got too much money.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, Daniel Jones. Everybody was saying got too much money.
Everybody told you that.
This week.
Let's be clear. I was not condoning giving him $40 million.
Yes, you was.
No, you stop it right now.
But guess what?
No way in hell I was condoning giving him $40 million.
Don't let me bring that up.
Bring it up.
Even though you didn't, they did.
I know.
They should have just gave him an American Express gift card.
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all a story right now, real quick. Bishop called me before the deal went down. He was like, "Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. He's I like Saquon, but they need to go give Daniel Jones that $40 million.
That's a liar.
They give him that $40 million. Then we got confidence. Listen, he had 3,000 yards last season. He looked all right, man. So I think it's fine. I was like, what? You like Daniel Jones now?
I will walk off this. You are a damn liar, sir. A damn liar.
But real shit, yeah, y'all are in trouble this week. Giants and Dolphins. Dolphins got the doors beat off them, and you know that they're coming for revenge. You know that they're coming for revenge, and they're planning to beat up those Giants.
So you see the spread?
Look, bro, this is it the biggest spread of the week?
It has to be.
12.5. Oh my
Has to
goodness.
be.
Yo.
You know,
They
it
have
pissed me off as a New Yorker. It pissed me off as a New Yorker for them to be so trash. Because I'm not even a Giants fan, but I gotta hear people talking trash about your team sucks. Because I'm from New York. Like, I hate the Giants. They suck.
You know what? That's real. I hate that too. It's like, why? Just because we from New York, we gotta root for them. But we don't root for them either. We don't root for them either.
Why does my football season have to be over by week 4?
Yo.
Like, no, that shit is crazy, son.
Bro, listen. You got a Nets background.
Listen, the Nets have given me way more success than what the Giants have been looking like lately. Like lately, god damn, son.
The Nets will be in the playoffs this year.
Giants
ain't moving on the playoffs.
That's the sad part. With all the uncertainty of the Nets right now, I still have more faith in what they're gonna do than the Giants. And that's with Ben Simmons as my star player. Come on, man.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Nah, Ben Simmons looking good. Put some weight on.
Stop it. Let's get back to football.
Good in the gym.
Let's get back to football.
Yeah, that's right. So do we feel? Listen, let's just do screw the spread. Over under. Does the Dolphins blow out the Giants by 20?
Yes.
More than that.
So okay,
Giants,
but
Giants
over under.
So Giants is gonna cover.
Giants gonna cover?
Giants are gonna cover.
Interesting.
You
want to put a side bet on that?
See, the way my financials is working right now. I got the kids in art classes and stuff. You know, it's taking a little bit extra. You know, we'll discuss.
Yo, trust me, bro. This is gonna be a bad game, man. It's. I feel bad for y'all, but listen, stranger things have happened, man. We saw the Bills blow the doors over them. Maybe the Giants can keep this competitive. If they can win a game like this, right? If they can win a game like this can be able to be somewhat of a springboard, not necessarily to make the playoffs, but something to build on for next season.
No.
I'm trying to be.
No. Listen, we need to lose every game for the rest of the season so that we can draft Caleb Williams. That's all I want.
And draft what?
That's all I want.
And do what?
Do you mean do what? It'll get Daniel Jones the fuck out of there.
It ain't gonna happen.
Right. $40 million in the hole.
I don't care. It's not my money.
Yeah.
That shit ain't coming out my account.
Oh, man.
A lot of Dunkin' Donuts going to waste.
Yo, that's fine. They got it.
Oh my god.
They got it. All right.
It's not my money. I don't care.
Oh
my god. Listen, this game right here is interesting. Bengals and Cardinals. Bengals are on the road. Cardinals at home. Bengals are still -3 on the road. Joe Burrow did say that he feels a lot better, right? He's felt in weeks or whatever it is. So I'm going with Joe Burrow. If he tells me that he's all right, I believe him. Okay? I believe him. It's my guy.
Yo, it's a statement game. There's a
For
lot
who?
for both teams because Joe Burrow is going through what he's going through, but Chase is starting to talk. Chase is making it uncomfortable in the locker room. There's this rumble. On the other side, no one gives a rat's what's going on with Arizona. But if they win this, Kyler Murray's never getting a.
Well, listen, they already said that they're not sure if Kyler Murray is gonna come back this season, which could be by design. They're like, yo, just stay home, bro. Stay home. You know, we'll figure this out while they're making plans to go get Drake May or Caleb Williams. That's exactly what the hell they're doing. So, you know,
I'm gonna just put this here for you. The Bengals have scored 3 points twice already this season.
Yes.
Only 3 points. Twice.
Yo, listen, Jamar Chase has every right to be upset. But also, too, it's like if the offensive line can't protect your elite quarterback, how are you supposed to get the football?
But the elite quarterback shouldn't even be playing right now. Six said it last week. He should be sitting. He had a calf strain in the preseason.
Yes.
Like you said, what comes after a calf strain?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, sit his ass down. He hasn't showed you anything yet this year that would tell you
No.
that you should be putting him out there right now. You just risking
Other
you
than
just
the
risking
game
him getting
they
hurt more.
won, yeah, he was halfway decent in the game that they won. Other than that, he's been fried fricassee ass.
He can't
Yes.
move. He can't
Yeah.
move. You can see it.
Yeah.
He needs to sit his ass down. That's it.
But they have a rookie backup. They don't want to go to that. They did. I think the Bengals look at it like they feel that they can still make the playoffs. If they felt that this was a lost season, they would have played them already.
They're not making the playoffs.
Come on, man.
And the way
that division,
looking, come on, you might as well just put the rookie in. What's it?
It's
You know,
yeah. Yo, son,
Bang,
but it's your future. He is your future.
right.
You gonna keep putting him out there to get something more serious happen to him, and then your future is in doubt? Come on, man, that don't make no sense.
Right.
That's the
And
point.
Burrow ain't doing nothing.
How much they just paid him? How much they just paid him in guaranteed money?
$1 billion.
Yo, sit his ass down.
Right.
Sure.
Investment.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah.
Bryson is echoing you guys' sentiment. He said they have a better chance with a rookie backup than they beat up Joe Burrow. That's undeniable.
100% right.
It's clear he can't move.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's why I'm going with the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. Listen, they hung 28 points on my Dallas Cowboys, so they will do the same thing to the Bengals.
Yep.
So
they play hard, man. They play hard.
They play very, very hard, and respect to them. So okay, all right, y'all. Listen, I'm still going Bengals. I don't give a damn what y'all say. Everybody else is going Cardinals. It seems I'm going Bengals. Eagles and Rams. Eagles 4-0. Rams are 2-2. Cooper Kupp is returning to the Rams at home. The spread is -4. Do we like that spread?
Yeah.
Eagles gonna wax them, bro.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think they're gonna wax them.
Eagles are due for one.
We got Cooper Kupp back. Nah, he's not gonna. He's not gonna change enough to beat the Eagles.
You're right about Cooper Kupp not changing, but you know who else? You know who else gonna change? My man Puka Nacua.
Yeah, Puka different. Puka is different.
That's what's gonna change stuff. That's my man right there.
And with him on the other side of Kupp, that might open some things up.
Yes, sir. And plus, listen, they've been running the football really, really good with Kyron Williams. The defense has been playing really well. Like, I'm impressed with the defense. This is not going to be an easy game for the Eagles. The Eagles have been in some dog fights this season already.
They haven't looked good.
Yeah, they played mediocre teams. They haven't played their best football, but they are 4-0, so you got to respect them for that.
Right.
But at the same time, this is a game. It's not a trap game because the Rams are not a bad team, but this is a game that they better take seriously, or the Rams can punch them in the mouth early and get this thing over with real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they could make it a shootout. They could really make it a shootout.
Yeah, I agree. I got the Rams winning this game. I like the spread. I got the Rams winning.
I don't know if I got the Rams winning. Oh, go ahead, Chloe. Go ahead, Chloe. You got it.
No, I'm just saying I'm going Rams. Yeah, Eagles are due for one.
Yeah. Listen, Bryson just said in the comments. He said the Eagles made Mac Jones look like Tom Brady. So
that's your dream right there.
He's right.
That's your dream right there.
He's right. So you have to be able to see if they can be able to stop this offense, and I don't think the Eagles can. I really don't. Fang, what you got?
Yeah, he's right about Philly's pass defense is awful.
Yeah,
he's right. I don't know, man. I see the Eagles pulling out. Pause. I see the Eagles taking this one, and honestly, I think it's going to be by a bigger spread than you think.
That's crazy too.
Damn, I ain't no way to say it. Oh well,
bigger spread.
I'm not hearing it though.
Nah, yeah, it's. I'm just pressing it. Just pressing it just for muscle memory. I can't hear. Yeah, so I have the Rams. Bishop is picking the Rams as well. right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Claw
think I at least pick them to cover. I think they at least gonna cover. I can't.
Gang has them Eagles as
I'm
the
taking the Eagles.
All right, who's next? We have Jets and Broncos. Jets are on the road against the Broncos. Broncos are -2.5 on, not on the road, but at home. This is a game that the Jets can win. We have to take the NFL weekly, right? And what I say is that just because you know things looked a little good against the Chiefs does not necessarily mean that can be able to translate into the next week. However, this this Denver defense is so bad that if you cannot get your running attack going against this team, you might as well pack it the fuck up and just start playing the bench guys. If you can't get a Dalvin Cook and a Brees Hall going in this game, just it's over. It's over. It's really, really over. So I would hope that the Jets would win this game, but I don't trust Zach Wilson. And Russell Wilson has looked better in the last few weeks throwing the football,
Yeah.
commanding that offense. The defense is what it is, but their offense has not looked too bad. So, but I will pick the Jets. I'm hoping that they do right by the offensive line, by the running backs, and just feed the running backs, man. Give them at least, I don't know, 39 touches apiece. Like these guys can be like they have one of the best duos or tandems in football that's not being used. You know what I mean? So they have to find a way to get them going, man. But I got the Jets winning.
I'll go last so we can go to Jets watch after, or there's more
Yeah.
games.
All right. Well, you know what? Well, I'm gonna take the Jets also because with the two great running backs that the Jets do have, and my whole thing with Zach Wilson is as long as Zach Wilson doesn't think, he's a good quarterback. He just needs to throw the ball.
All right.
As soon as he starts to think about it, he's horrible. Just get out there and let the ball go, and he's all right.
All right. Who you got, Claw? You gonna save it for Jets watch?
I'll save it for Jets watch.
All right, cool. So I have the Jets.
I think.
Who you got?
Yeah, I might go with the Jets too. Even the Broncos actually got rid of Randy Gregory today too. So
He's trash though.
but they were expecting something from him, so that's weakening something that they thought was a strength.
Right.
As far as their defensive line goes and everything like that.
They're hot
So
trash.
they are. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Jets too. I think Zach is getting some confidence, and if you looked on that sideline after that game, his teammates seemed like they were actually trying to pump him up and rally around him. So, which is something they didn't do at all last year. So that's a good sign. So I think the Jets might pull it out. Pause.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So next game, what do we have? We have the Chiefs and Vikings. Vikings have played hard this season, but it ain't gonna matter. Chiefs are -3.5 on the road. I have the Chiefs bouncing back in this game. Pat Mahomes did not have a good game against the Jets on Sunday Night Football. I think the Swifties are getting to him. I really do. I think the Swifties are getting to him. I think he's not able to concentrate because everybody keeps talking about the Swifties. So, but I think he does rebound here. I think the Vikings, there's just something missing with this team. It's like they look good, and then it's just like you can't really trust them. So, got the Chiefs winning. I got the Chiefs winning big, even though they're on the road. What you got, Pete?
I'm not sure. I'm not too confident in the Chiefs right now. They haven't been playing their best. I think like you said, there is a bit of a distraction going on with the Swifties and everything that's happening. But
Get her out. Out.
listen, man, that's what the NFL wants. They're pushing it. They want the Swifties. They're getting bumps in everything. Their merchandise is going up. They're getting They had a higher rating than the Super Bowl for the Jets Chief game. It's crazy to me, but
Yeah, that's wild.
it's I don't know. I just don't have any faith in the Chiefs.
Okay, so
feel
you're
like
going Vikings.
I feel like something's off a little bit.
There it is.
I feel like something's off. And
I mean,
it's
look,
and it's a rivalry thing, like I feel like I don't know. I just something bothers me about the Chiefs. I don't know what it is.
little bit of Super Bowl hangover, and also too their offense doesn't have much pieces on it. Like it's one of those things where they're like, all right, cool, we're the Chiefs, we can be able to plug and play. And he also ran off the street and be able to have him in this offense. But you're starting to see that when you have a lack of talent on the outside, and all you have is Travis Kelce. You're gonna, even though you have Pat Mahomes back there, you still need
Yeah.
guys to be able to get separation. You still need guys to be able to, run good routes and have a really, progressive route tree. These guys don't have that on this team. There's not much talent in their wide receiver room. There really isn't.
No.
So,
No.
they should be looking to trade before that deadline or at the deadline. They need to make sure that they can make something happen. If Mike Evans is available, you gotta go get him. You have to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let me stop bugging. Let me stop begging. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs. I'm bugging. Let me bug.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
I'm picking.
Bang, what you got, buddy?
I was about to say this man's crazy for not taking the Chiefs.
He is.
Like, at the end of the day, Mahomes is Mahomes, and you cannot deny that the man is who he is.
100%.
And you're going up against the Vikings. Like, no one raves about the Vikings defense. Like, come on, let's call a spade. Like, they're gonna win. The Vikings.
Oh, you got.
I'm gonna go.
Why does it sound like you just jumped out of an ice bath?
Yo, dude, his mic sounds horrible. What the heck?
He
Sorry, guys.
doing
Hear me?
something
Check.
crazy. Now you sound better. Yeah.
Sorry, it's covering the mic.
Like
It's gonna be another shootout, but I'm gonna go Chiefs winning it out.
shootout?
Shootout. I definitely see it. I mean, both defenses ain't gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
Everything's a shootout. Have you ever heard Claude talk about it's going to be a defensive matchup? It's going to be
No.
everything's a shootout.
Just shootout. That's it.
Listen, he's over there underneath a snuggie having some hot cocoa or something. That's what it sounds like he's doing.
What the hell he's doing over there? But
Have a good time.
worse. Worse. A little rub and tug. That's what he's doing. Listen, who else we got on this list? We have
America.
We do. We got America's team with the game of the week. Cowboys and 49ers. Listen. This is America. We love our football. We love our burgers. We love our Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, they will, right or wrong, and we've been dealing with for the last 2 seasons. I am not a Dak Prescott fan. Anybody who knows me knows that I am not a Dak Prescott fan. I'm a Jerry Jones fan. They're going to get it done somehow. The defense is going to play well. They're going to play out of their minds. They're going to put Brock Purdy in the corner. They're going to make him realize that he's a 7th round Mr. Irrelevant pick. They're going to make sure that Christian McCaffrey, he doesn't do nothing, because the last time we played him, he didn't do nothing against the Cowboys. Nothing. He had like 52 yards. He didn't do nothing. Ain't going to be no running all over the place in CMC lane. Ain't not going to happen. Not going to happen here. CeeDee Lamb, he's going to go for 9 catches, 135 on those weak-ass corners that they got over there. All right? Nick Bosa, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear he's not going to get close to Dak. It's not going to happen. We don't need Trayvon Diggs. Not going to need him. We got Deron Bland. We don't need him. And then Micah Parsons. Parsons, 2.5 sacks in this game. And we're going to show those 49ers that y'all don't mess with Dallas. Everything is bigger in Dallas, and y'all don't know what's coming to y'all. We're the best team in the NFC. We're the best team in the NFL. I got Dallas winning this game. Game of the week, Sunday Night Football, Dallas.
Man, the drugs that they give Dallas Cowboy fans is amazing, son. I don't know what they be putting in y'all drinks, but y'all are out of y'all minds. All that same thing you said about Purdy, about the defense, what the defensive line is going to do to Purdy, that's exactly what the 49ers is going to do to Dak. Exactly what the 49ers is going to do to Dak. And we already know that Dak can't handle that. We already know. It's been proven.
Listen, I think you're gonna see a different Dak. You're gonna see a different Dak. Listen, he's gonna be in the state. He's gonna get to work early that day. All right. The stadium's gonna be dark. Spotlight's gonna come on, shining on that star. He's gonna get emotional. He's gonna take it all in. Pause. It's like a light's just gonna shine on him. It's gonna be the best you've ever seen.
Listen, man, the football spirits. I know that they're still around. They're not dead. But Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, all of the elite quarterbacks are gonna come to him and put their hand on his shoulder and say, "Listen,
right,
you just gotta relax. Stop doing all this stupid dancing, gyrating before games, and just worry about what you got to do. All right, we don't care about none of those hip thrust stuff. We don't care about that. Just deliver the football and be poised. Look at Troy Aikman. Look what we did. Look what we did back in the mid-90s. Look what Roger Staubach did. Look at all these great players. You can be one of these guys if you just stop doing stupidness and just be a quarterback for once. Just be somebody that's going to deliver the football. Why don't you just be like Brock Purdy? You see how he comes to the game? He doesn't even have any name brand stuff on. Just come to the game regular. Like, don't just focus on the game. That's it. I don't care about what Dak's wearing. I don't care about what commercials he's on. I just care about him delivering the football and doing what he got to do. I know we don't have any tight ends, but we don't need him. We don't need him. We got CeeDee Lamb. We got Michael Gallup. We got Brandon Cooks.
Listen, it took a while for Bruce Leroy to realize he had to glow the whole time.
Guys.
It didn't take him like 6 years. Dak been in the league for 4 or 5 years already, man. Come on, Bruce Leroy figured that out in less than 45 minutes. Stop it. Stop it.
I'm not even going to ask Claude because I know where Claude's going. So I'm not even going to ask him.
You guys gonna bust that ass.
Listen. You guys got like all this faith in Purdy. Purdy's not as good as you think he is. If you look at the stats, like Dak is better. Dak is a better quarterback.
No, he's not.
It's not about having faith in Purdy. It's about having no faith in Dak.
Listen,
yes,
and the Cowboys. That's what it is.
Dak, listen. Dak ain't playing great right now, but he's not really playing bad.
No, he's not Zach Wilson bad, but
he's also not playing good.
Yeah. You see how he looked against the Cardinals?
Stop.
Yo,
man was
you want to know how bad that is? Look at how Daniel Jones looked against the Cardinals. Come on, son. Come on. Stop it.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys winning this game, but I don't think that it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game like all the other games have been. Probably low scoring. I got 20-17 Dallas.
I see that. Defense going to win it for him again?
Yeah, they have to. Because you can't rely on Dak Prescott.
They're going to hold the 49ers to under 20?
We did it. We've done it. We did it last season.
This
and
ain't
the
last
defense
season.
wasn't as good.
This ain't last season. Y'all don't got Diggs.
That is true.
This ain't last season.
Yeah, whatever. All right, just don't brush my Stop. Monday Night Football, Packers and Raiders. Who we got? Jordan Love looks terrible. Is whatchamacallit gonna play? Is what's his name? Quarterback for the Raiders.
Jimmy G's gonna play, I think.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, I think he's back from concussion protocol, right? Because that Aiden O'Connell kid, he didn't look bad, but Josh McDaniels is one of the worst coaches ever. Like, it doesn't matter who he's coaching. He is just a coordinator. And he's not a good coordinator at that. Like, he was a good coordinator for Brady. He's not a good offensive coordinator. He's not. He didn't give that kid Aiden O'Connell a chance. The play calling was vanilla. There was just no flair to it. And it's like, this Raiders team is not terrible. They don't have bad pieces. But when you have a head coach that's incompetent, where are you going to go? How far can you actually go? Listen, although Jordan Love looks bad, I'm going Packers. I'm picking the Packers here. Sadly, because I love the Raiders. But
I don't think Jordan Love has been I mean, he hasn't been great, but he seems to fight and he seems to have a grasp somewhat on the offense. So I have more confidence in him than I would with the Raiders and their quarterback and everything like that. So I will go Packers too.
That's fair. That's fair. Fang, what you got?
I'm going Packers.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going Packers.
Chloe, what you got?
I think he fell asleep under the
Nah,
snuggie.
let's go Packers. I'm with Packers on this one.
Is there a tape delay when I ask you a question?
Nah, that's just it's the metrics. We're trying to figure it out.
I sense a little chilly, bro. I really do.
It's not cold over here, baby.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I'm not gonna do Jets watch if you over there sleeping. I'll tell you that right now.
Bro, I tapped into everything you asked me to tap into.
Yeah, on tape delay.
Get to my segment. Al Roker doesn't have to wait for his shit. Like, come on.
Al Roker's a star. What are you?
I don't know. Claw might be a star. I don't know. Who's the biggest star in this show?
You feel me?
It's the guy that sits in the red chair. Okay.
We'll leave it for the fans to decide.
Yeah,
I don't know what color chair Claw's sitting in.
No,
And that's the point.
We don't know what chair he's
You made a great point.
I have no idea. Okay, Jets watch. All right. So we were at the game on Sunday. Zach Wilson didn't look too bad.
Did not look bad.
Listen, the Jets could have won that game. The Jets should have won that game. If it wasn't for those stupid ass refs, they would have won that game. 3rd and 20 holding down the field when there was a mugging that was going on right in front of you. It's crazy. It was nuts.
Insane.
So, I think this is one of the best games that we've seen Zach Wilson play. Claw, go ahead and detail your experience at the game and what you saw out of the young man.
I mean, listen, I was surprised. I wasn't going expecting that, we were going to hold him. I was really surprised when we got those touchdowns we got. But then he just stopped thinking. You can see when somebody gets out there and says, you know what? Fuck it. And he did that. And it showed. And, granted, I didn't know we were playing against 2 teams. But apparently we were. Because the black and white team. Black and white team just G'd the hell out of us when we supposed to win it.
And that was some of the worst every time I hear somebody talk about there's a script, man, I'm like, come on now, stop it. That's stupidness. Well, when you see something like that, I'm like, bruh, that's a little rough.
Oh yeah. So, listen, the offensive line looked like they were playing together for the first time this season. They held blocks that Breece Hall was able to squeeze through. Guys would be able to get off the line. Like, it was a lot going on. Zach had a little bit more time to, pretty much just get where he got to get off. Granted, there were some boneheaded mistakes, and that's going to come. And the defense is still doing what they needed to do as well. So, listen, I feel like we got hope. I feel like this week, and bring it back to the pick of the week for the Jets for me, it's a big game for Zach. Zach has to really hone in and just forget everything that he knows and just manage the game. And we'll I think Denver will beat them. They beat themselves. There's no problem. But if we do what we got to do, this could be the start, because the next couple of weeks are a little bit lighter than it's been. And then we just got to get to week 12, man. And Aaron Rodgers comes back, and then we could just walk.
Stop.
Walking to
Stop.
the promised land where we belong, son.
God.
Stop.
All it is.
Guys are waiting for Jesus to come back. Oh, stop.
I'm waiting for Jesus' new Achilles. That's what I'm waiting for. You to back off.
No, listen, that's another thing too. But he's not even joking that they said that Aaron Rodgers right now is way ahead of schedule. So
I have my own thing that I'm going to save this. I'm not going to break this. I'm going to save it till we get a little closer to time. I have my own thing that's going on with this whole situation.
Here we go.
And when that hits,
He got his foil hat on.
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh,
You better believe it. I got the oven back on my face, though.
Listen, what the Jets have going for them is that Zach Wilson actually looked like a competent quarterback last week. And it was against actually a good team in prime time. Like, you know, that's a big stride for him. And then, like I said before, at the end of the game, when he was down on himself and he was saying like, "Yo, I lost this the game," multiple teammates came over to him and told him like, "Nah, it wasn't your fault." You know what I mean? And they were trying to pick him up. They were trying to instill confidence in him, and that's something that would never happen last year. So seeing that happen, that is a very, very, very good sign for the Jets. And if he can continue with that confidence and string some good games together, that might be a turning point for the Jets this year.
Agree.
But
look. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna say, even the way guys are lining up in their offense, right? You got Garrett Wilson going. He's running all the slants. You got Lazard on the outside, and I don't know who's on the other side, but I've seen hints of Cobb. Cobb was present in this last game.
Yes.
Having guys like that around you, which are Aaron Rodgers guys,
right,
are there to build you up, hold you down, make sure. But the touchdown, the most surprising touchdown that came right out of the half was Lazard. No one really saw that coming. It ran through. It worked. So there's options out there. It's just him having enough time to be able to throw the ball and just make a coherent decision.
Yeah.
But let it fly. He got to let it fly.
Yeah, that's where the leadership comes in, because they've seen it before. They weren't on the team last year. Lazard and Cobb, they were with the Packers,
right.
And you know, they know that you can't have what happened last year in that locker room happen this year. And I think that they're starting to they had to have talked to everybody in that locker room like, yo, y'all gotta cut out with the tweets, y'all gotta cut out with, you know, the leaks to the media and all this other stuff. Like, people are waiting for this whole thing to explode. That's what they want. They want to go and see the accident on the side of the road. They're waiting for the Jets to just implode on each other. That's what they want. That's what the media wants. And so they got to make sure that they keep everything in that locker room and just try to build up Zach's confidence as much as they possibly can. Because once he gets that confidence, he has the arm talent.
Mm-hmm.
He has the arm talent. He has a cannon for an arm. It's just a matter of being able to make those throws and squeeze those throws in there and get it by the defender and right into the right place for the receivers. Once he gets that and he stops thinking too much and hesitating, because that's what gets you in trouble. Once you start hesitating, that gives that defender that little split second of time to be able to catch up with the receiver or the ball.
100%. Yeah, that touchdown to Conklin, that was the Aaron Rodgers pass.
Yo, can you stop saying that?
That touchdown in Conklin was the first time I said it.
Goodness.
Let that man heal in peace.
Right. Please.
No, it's like exactly. Like, just stop. Aaron Rodgers pass. Stop.
It was an Aaron Rodgers styled pass. What are you talking about?
Leave the man alone. Zach Wilson ain't no damn Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my God, huh?
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing. Aaron Rodgers like. Nothing Zach Wilson does Aaron Rodgers like. Nothing.
I'm surprised he didn't say that Aaron Rodgers was the reason that Zach played good, because he was upstairs in the booth.
And that's exactly
I am.
what I was doing. That's why
I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for y'all
to get y'all shit off until he told me Aaron Rodgers, bro. Let's stop it. That's where I'm going. So thank you for saying it. The only reason why the boy looked even halfway decent is because Aaron Rodgers was there the whole game. We'll settle down, Zach. Relax. Hey, calm down. Stop hyperventilating. There's no brown bag here. You gotta relax. Okay, these are grown men. We understand that you're nervous around big guys. Pause. Right?
Hey, yo.
Like,
you going the whole Jets segment.
No.
Wow.
That's what it is. Because since he's been in the NFL, he sees ghosts. Anytime he sees a pass rush come, he doesn't know what to do. He looks completely confused. So the one time that he starts to look good he has a good game. The guy that has one leg is in the bleachers with headsets on. Come on, coincidence? Coincidence?
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yes.
not. It's the fact that Aaron Rodgers was there. Everybody was calm. The team was calm because we've seen what happens with this Jets team. When Aaron Rodgers went down, there was a mutiny for Zach. Oh, my God. Get him out of here. Aaron Rodgers wheels his ass back into MetLife Stadium, right, on that little scooter, sits in that chair. Everybody sees him coming to the building. Oh, my God, Aaron's here. Aaron's here. Everybody's now calm and relaxed again. They look at Zach Wilson like, all right, cool. Yeah, I know we don't like you, but we good with you. Aaron's here. Aaron's here. We can go ahead and talk to Aaron. You know what I'm saying? They can go dap up Aaron, give him a hug. Yo, how you doing, man? How's rehab going? Yo, I'm glad you ahead of schedule, man. Like, is there a possibility? So now everybody's all hyped because there's a chance that, Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So, of course, Zach Wilson's going to have a good game. We're going to see when Aaron Rodgers is not in the damn building this week and see what happens. When the Denver Broncos blow the doors off of them. That's what's going to happen. Zach Wilson throws 4 interceptions. We're going to come back here, Jets watch, and Claw's going to be like, yeah, he got to go.
So you're taking the Broncos?
I'm taking the Broncos now. I'm going to change my pick.
Oh, come on now. Let's not.
Just for spite. Yeah, that's a spite pick.
Right, that's not be silly.
That's crazy.
I realized how much I dislike Zach Wilson. I've changed my pick. And
You know what?
So you hate Zach Wilson more than you hate Russell?
No.
So you just went with Russell? Wow.
That's how much I have no confidence in Zach Wilson.
Jesus.
I will root for Russ.
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna get you for your next birthday?
Yeah.
A picture of Russell Wilson. Put it right next to your all even sign.
Absolutely.
Put it right above it.
Hugging Ciara, holding future son.
Right. Give him the family photo.
I'll get you a picture of Ciara right there for your desk. Right there for your desk. That's your homegirl right there. You love her.
Never liked in my life.
Yeah. So listen, that is Jets watch. We're gonna see how they fare, but I am not confident in Zach Wilson at all. Just not. Claw kind of, he's swayed me sometimes, but not this week. He's not going to sway me this week. There's been times where Claw, he's spitting bars about the Jets that week, right? Something happens and it ends up, coming to fruition. But this week, nah. Ain't no good feelings. The good vibe is over. They played well against the Chiefs. They lost. Okay?
Because of the ref.
And they're going to lose again.
Hater.
Moving on.
Hate.
Yes, definitely. Hate you, hate your guts. Hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you. Moving on. Marshawn Lynch dropped the nuclear bomb on Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, and I loved every second of it. He was on Club Shay Shay. Shouts to Shannon Sharp. Club Shay Shay is a great show. Marshawn Lynch was probably one of my favorite guests, if not the favorite guest, because of it's just Marshawn Lynch. Like, he's there smoking weed, he cursing, he being himself. Like, it was a vibe. I loved it.
Yeah,
but what he said about Russell Wilson, and we'll get into the Pete Carroll stuff and the whole Super Bowl thing and how he feels that decision ruined the dynasty, and I agree with him, right? But going to what he said about Russell Wilson was very interesting to me. He said that, and no, this is not word for word, but he said that basically, Russell didn't have the game that he wanted to have, so he tried to reach out to him, got his number from the press guy, and called it, but nobody. No, it wasn't that. He got the number, then
he asked the trainer for the number.
Yeah,
the trainer was like, "Hold on." Russ called him. Yeah,
Russ will call you, and Russ called him from a blocked number, so he didn't answer it the first time. So then he was like, "I didn't get no call from Russ." He's all, "Well, he's gonna call you again." Called him again from the same blocked number. So he's like, he's talking to him, and he's like, "Look, man, I know you didn't have the game that you wanted to have, but everything, we got your back. I got your back, and basically saying like, if it happens to me, I would hope that everybody else has my back as well because we're a team. And he said that how, Russell wasn't receptive to it at all. Like, what are you trying to tell me right now? Like, so it's crazy how you can be on a team with somebody and you cannot be on a team with somebody, right? Like he always had this, I'm holier than thou than anybody else on the Seahawks. And that's why, like, even now, they hate his guts. They hate his guts because he's fake. He's always been fake. He's always been fake. And the thing is that it didn't have to be like that way. I think Pete Carroll is more to blame for all of this more than Russell is. Russell is who he is, right? He's a weirdo.
Right.
He's a what do you call it? He's aloof, right? He's one of those guys that you just gotta let him be him. But the fact that Pete Carroll literally protected him and treated him like he was this super elite quarterback, where they were telling him, they're putting him up there with the Bradys and the Mannings and the Rodgers and all these other guys, and it was just like, nah, that's not who he is, bro. Like, we are the ones why this team is good. It's Marshawn Lynch. It's the defense. It's the running attack. It's the offensive line. This is why we're good. Yes, Russell is a great piece to that, but he's not the piece. He's no Tom Brady. He's no Aaron Rodgers. He's no Peyton Manning. That's not what he does. We lead this thing. And you saw it unfold in the Super Bowl. You pass it off to him. He throws an interception. And what he says going back to the huddle is, I'll get him next time. Marshawn Lynch, get him next time? What the fuck you talking about? We in the Super Bowl. And he said that he laughed in Pete Carroll's face. Laughed in Pete Carroll's face because of the play call. So just going back to the whole Russell Wilson thing, fellas, and I'll leave it to you guys to discuss. Is Russell Wilson, I don't know, is he this fake to the point where, like, it's not salvageable? Like, I don't think that he can be able to even be successful in Denver because you know who he is. He's just a fraud to me. I don't know how to put it into words right now, but it's like, can he somehow, like, resurrect his career knowing and people knowing that this is who he is?
Well, you're 100% correct about him being a fraud. And then we saw him dancing on that commercial. Once I saw him dance, I knew it was over. I knew it was over for him. It was over for him.
Dance like a white man.
I look at it different. I look at it, and that's what I was gonna get to. I don't know if it's necessarily that he's a fraud. I think people expected him to be different than what he is. I think he's more of a cornball. You know what I mean? Like, he's the type of dude that, like, he's just a little quirky, he's a little different, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people expected him to be a certain way, probably because he was black. They expected him to be a certain way, and he probably don't vibe like the way a lot of them dudes on the team act. Like, he's not gonna fuck with them the way, other people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's more of
Tiger Woods.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a different type of cat. And I think that kind of separated him from the rest of the team. He was super religious. He was always that really extra clean cut. He's always about his image. He cares about his image. I think that's a bigger part of it too. Like, he's always wants to be seen as a certain way to certain people. And that kind of kept him away from everybody, from the rest of the team.
They said he didn't have sex till he got married, right?
Something like that. It was he's one of those type of people. He's very religious, very prim and proper, like
AC Green.
Yo,
Yeah,
get
right.
him the fuck out of here.
AC Green.
but I think that's kind of what pushes him away. And then he tries to do the other stuff. Like, he tries to act cool.
Right.
He tries to do the dancing and stuff like that. Like, he tries to do those things, and I think that's when he comes across as a fraud, because it's not him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if he was just true to him, he wouldn't do that type of stuff. He would just be the person that he normally is. If you're a
Like,
cornball, be a cornball.
hey, bro,
If
go
you're
play some
corny,
chess. Like, if
you
you
know what
like,
I mean?
like, if
Yo,
you're good
you a
at chess,
corny dude. Yo, lean into your being a corny dude thing. You know what I mean? Don't try to act like you're a cool dude or any. Like he's just got to lean into that. And I think when he tried to pretend to be something that he wasn't, when he tries to be that cool cat or whatever, that I think that's what makes people because it makes you seem disingenuous. And when you're a disingenuous person, people don't mess with you like that. And I think that's what makes him feel aloof from a lot of his teammates.
Yo, bro, the fact that you say he lost his V card to Ciara, bro.
that's crazy, right?
Nah,
That,
savage.
listen, that's like that's like your grandpa taking you. You know, he gets you a little joint by here. You know, take care of him. That's one of them moments, right?
Yeah, that's wild, son.
Like, yo, come
Yo,
on.
you
Man.
wild for that, son.
That shit got me tight, bro. That get me so upset.
Oh my god, you wild for that, son. I
I
can't.
can't do it. That yo, I didn't like him before that, but I damn sure didn't like him now.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I never really thought about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a football player. I don't really care what anybody else does in their personal lives or whatever. You know what I mean? You a
I
football player,
do.
be a football player. Yo, just go do your job. As long as you're doing your job, it's fine. But once you start trying to do all the extra stuff, that's when people start to dislike. Yo, look at Eli. They looked at Eli like a weird dude his whole career. Eli did not care, son. He stayed that weird dude his
But
whole.
Eli
Yo,
won when it
he
mattered.
but
Like
but
this
that
is
but
this
that's what I'm saying. He
right.
just went and played football. He didn't care about nothing
This
else.
is the quarterback who lost the Super Bowl.
Listen, I still blame Pete Carroll for that.
You know what?
You
Without
gotta
a
hand the
doubt.
ball. You gotta
Without a
hand the
doubt.
ball off.
You
You
know
gotta
what?
hand the ball off, man.
I don't even put it on Pete Carroll. I put it on Russ.
You're bugging.
I put it
Yeah,
You're
on
bugging.
Russ. Because
You're
yeah.
you know what
bugging.
Russ probably said? I want the ball, coach. I want the ball.
Yo, he on the field. He can't say that. He was on the field.
I
Right.
want the ball, bro.
They
Okay, we'll give you the ball.
it came in the headset. It came in the headset.
Terrible.
He said, "Yo, we gonna throw this," and Russ was probably like, "Oh, word." He
Right.
not gonna. He not gonna. He like, "Yo, this is my time to shine." Like he not gonna audible out of it. He want to be the man too. But look, yo, like, how do you not give the ball to Marshall? Yo, he has the most. Marshall Lynch has probably one of the most iconic runs in NFL history, where he runs through an entire team's defense for a touchdown
Runs
in
through
the
him.
playoffs, and you don't give this man the ball on the 2 yard line, 1 yard line. What are we talking about?
They
What
didn't
are we
want to win.
talking about, son? Pete Carroll, I don't care what, yo, for that, Pete Carroll deserves to never win another Super Bowl for that, just that alone.
Right about
And
that.
I love Pete Carroll. And I love Pete Carroll. I love Pete Carroll. But that was one of the most boneheaded decisions I've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
Like there needs to be like a movie or a documentary on that.
Yo,
I
I,
want to know what really went through his mind.
I need somebody to sit down with him and for him to explain his thinking on why he thought not to give Marshawn Lynch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even like it was fourth down or something. It was like it was either first or second down.
That was crazy.
Yo, they
Like,
had
come
bad
on.
time left, bro, and ruined the whole Super Bowl.
Son, he could have had they could have had two Super Bowls.
But
Not
what you
even
going
Aaron
yo,
Rodgers got two.
but you know what? It was all part of the process to expose how lame Russ is.
Yo, so
And
that's what the football guys
that,
wanted.
that's all it was. They had to restore balance. You know what I'm saying? Like Thanos didn't do what he had to do just to do it. He had purpose, bro. And it had to get cleaned up.
Oh man, son, it's amazing to me, man. That whole situation still to this day just amazes me. I can't. I have no words to try to even think of why he would do it.
I respect it.
I
No,
can't.
that's one of the things that goes down in history. Like that's it.
Yeah,
Could be in the history books. Like that stupid ass call.
word. Like, and there's nothing you can say to defend it. Nothing.
Right.
But you know what it is? You can, because looking back on it now, it was like this was the start of he's not who we thought he was.
Yeah,
He
but
was always
nah,
Russell
son.
with yo, son, he was always Russell with the good hair. He didn't go to Green Acres, he go to Field. You know what I'm saying? He went to Manhasset, he went to Abercrombie, he didn't go to, you know what I mean? Jimmy Jazz.
But
Like
like,
words.
but what did people think Russell? Yo, he went to Nebraska, bro. Like it wasn't like he was always out there. He was never really, you know what I mean? It's like he went to Miami or something. You know, he was always out there. He ain't go to no HBCU or something for college. Nah, bro.
Lame.
That's it.
It's
That's
lame.
it.
Like,
Yo,
I heard everything y'all said, and y'all said it. Y'all put it into great context, man. Great assessment. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. It's
Yo,
just about the dude is just like
he is.
when they put pictures in the dictionary next to the word cringe
Russell Wilson,
is Russell Wilson's face.
100%.
Cringe, cornball, corny, all that. All
Damn.
that.
7 weenie, all that.
And I actually like Russell Wilson. I don't even have a problem with it. I actually like Russell Wilson, but
Why?
yeah. Cause I knew who he was. He never fooled me. I knew who he was. I could tell who he was.
Yeah.
He never fooled me. That's it. And I just care about what he did on the football field, and that was it.
I mean, that's a good
Whatever
point.
he do outside, I don't care.
Moving on. And thank y'all for holding it down because I don't know what the hell happened. We have Mr. Kaepernick and Dwayne the Rock Johnson. There's rumors that Dwayne the Rock Johnson gave Kaepernick a XFL invite or something like that, where I guess he could be able to try out or whatever it was. And according to The Rock, he said that there doesn't look like Cap is too interested in doing it. But here's my thing, and I'd like to just take my time with this because it's a sensitive topic. Kaepernick has gone through a lot. He's been out of the game for 6.5 years. Stood on his square, fought the good fight. He's been blackballed from the NFL, and that's tough to be able to be blackballed from a league that you probably, as a 3-year-old, probably wanted to play in, right? And to know that that's possibly over, it's hard to get around. It's hard to accept. Here's where it stops for me, though. Pending letters to the Jets about joining their practice squad. You got, what's his name? What's the rapper's name? What's his homie name that put the letter out?
Oh, J. Cole.
J. Cole co-signed a few. All these things. You got you can meet with The Rock anytime you want to on speed dial. My thing is this: if you want to play football, play football. You don't need to play in the NFL. You don't need to play backup to somebody in the NFL. You don't need to be on nobody's fucking practice squad. If you want to play football, go play in the XFL. Go resurrect your career and go play. If you got kids, let them show. If you got a 6-year-old, he's never seen you play football. Go play in the XFL. Go resurrect your career. Who knows what can happen if you be able to play over there and kind of clean up your image, because the last time somebody saw you in pads, you were kneeling and doing your stuff, right? Fighting the good fight. That's the image that white America has of you. Go to the XFL. Go kill. Put up big stats. Go to the CFL. Kill. Go put up big stats. And there's possibly, maybe, someone that says, you know what, we're going to get that guy a call because, we haven't seen him, and, man, he looked good this year. He can be able to possibly be a backup quarterback for us, or maybe on our practice squad after they see you play. So go somewhere and resurrect your image. Go ahead and be able to repair that and revamp your stock and go back into the market. I just don't understand this whole fight about being in the NFL. It's over for right now. Do something else. I'll give it to y'all. Bishop, what do you think?
I agree 100%, and this is my thing. The argument, even before that they found out that he was really blackballed, the argument that they always made was, oh, he wasn't good enough.
Right.
right? He wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough. Now it's 6 years later, and you haven't played a down of football. You think that they're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's give him a shot? No. Yo, go somewhere and show people that you can still play. Go, like
Exactly.
you said, go to the CFL, go to the XFL, ball out. That's the only chance you got
Right.
is to show people that you can actually still play. They're not gonna care about some workouts. It's some shorts. Plenty of guys look good in shorts. Pause.
Everybody
Hey,
does.
yo,
They can chop. They can
come
chop.
on.
You can look crazy.
Nah, but for real, like when you go to this, like pro days, when you go to combines, everybody's out there. They can throw the ball. That's a dime a dozen. There's plenty of guys that can do that. But to be actually on an NFL team, taking up a roster spot after not playing football for 7 years, yo, you got to prove it to them. Me personally, I wouldn't even want to be in the NFL. Yo, like y'all already told me y'all don't want me in y'all league,
Right.
right? Y'all told me y'all didn't want me in y'all league. All y'all owners got together and decided that I shouldn't be here. I'll go play
They,
somewhere else. If I
they
really want to just play
literally,
football,
they literally took a settlement, like acknowledging wrongdoing. They took
right.
a
You know
settlement.
what I'm saying? So if y'all told me y'all don't want me here because I stood up for my people. So I wouldn't even want to play for y'all. I would go to the CFL. I would go to the XFL and just ball out. And then if somebody calls me and asks me to come play for the NFL team, I'll give them the middle finger after that. And I will show everybody, yo, they see they want me. See, I'm nice. I'm still good. They wanted me, but I told them nah because of how they treated me. That's
Facts.
how I would do it.
Big facts. Chloe, what do you
I,
think?
I personally feel like
Go ahead, fan. Go
he.
ahead, fan.
I'm sorry,
No,
my
go ahead,
bad.
fan.
But
No, go
I
ahead.
personally feel like he's trying to stay relevant without playing football because he has to clearly know that none of these teams are going to take him. You haven't played football in how long now? Like you haven't ran any plays. Like, come on now. No team in the NFL in their right mind is going to pick you up. I think he just needs to stay relevant now because, you know, granted, he can go to the XFL, but people really paying attention to the XFL. Like, like, come on, you know? So I feel like this is just him trying to stay relevant without actually playing football.
Well, I mean, to your point, you make a good point in regards to is the XFL relevant. Listen, their ratings were pretty good. Like their football quality is not that bad. You know what I'm saying? If you get a guy like Colin Kaepernick, you can now put eyes on your product because everybody is going to want to see what he looks like playing football, and people are either going to want to see him succeed, and you're going to have a lot of people tuning in to watch him fail
Right.
because they still have that same energy with him that was 7 years ago, right? So that's why it's something that the XFL, I'm sure that's why The Rock reached out to him and said, listen, man, this is an opportunity that you can be able to really kind of like, repair your image. But he's also looking at it from a business standpoint, like, yo,
Right.
this is something that I could be able to market
Mhm.
all season. And if this guy ends up, leading a team to the playoffs and possibly getting to the championship game, that's a documentary for us here. This is a
Right.
money making
Word.
machine. So
Word.
what Kaepernick doesn't realize is that he's missing out on a grand opportunity to really be able to rewrite some of his particular history and his legacy at this point. Because, the XFL is looking for somebody marquee. Kaepernick he wasn't a marquee football player. He's a marquee name. So he needs to be able to put that on the field, put that together, and make something happen, man. And he can be able to possibly be that person that pushes the XFL where it needs to be in a positive way. So
Yeah,
this
but
whole
the
NFL shit.
positive way is that positive way is just all right. Here, let's gamble.
Right, exactly.
Like this is the crapshoot now. Like we're gonna pick him up because we can't get an actual like real quality person here at the moment. So we're gonna take somebody that everyone's been hearing the name. Everybody knows what's going on. All right, we're gonna get our ratings off of that. And if he happens to be good, you know what? Win the chicken dinner. But I don't see him going there and being this great quarterback that he thinks he is.
Nah, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So yeah,
But
Colin
yeah,
Kaepernick, you need
at
to
the
give
end of the day, for me, I feel like you gotta ask what is his motivation, right?
right.
So like if you just talking about you just want to play football, so there's opportunities for you to go to play football. It's just not the NFL. So when you don't take those opportunities to go play, right? It might come across to other people like you don't really care about playing football. You more so care about just getting your name back into the NFL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where, and that might not be the case. He might really be like, yo, I just want to play football. I just want to play football, but I want to be in the NFL. But if you're not taking the opportunity to go somewhere else to prove it, it just comes across like what you said, Fang, that he's just trying to keep his name out there in the ether and just for people to talk about him and stuff. And that might not be the case, but that's might how it come off to some people.
Nah, that's exactly the way it's gonna come off. Claude, what do you think?
Him chili. Him chili. Him chili.
WBH Radio says Cap scared to get exposed.
100% correct.
That's a bar.
Could be true.
100%
Could be true.
correct.
It's that whole thing about failing, right? Like, you know, if you've been away for so long and you're failing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that then can be actually put a stamp in a bad stamp on your legacy as well. So yeah.
Especially for those people that already felt like you couldn't play. Now they're gonna be like, you see, he can't play.
Right.
So they was right to not. It wasn't about him for his stance. It was about he couldn't play, and that's what they're gonna try to use to validate that.
100.
I hope someone gives him a shot in the NFL just so he can flop.
Come on, relax. You gotta relax.
I don't know, bro. He don't got it.
We ain't asking you no more. We're not asking you. We're not asking you. Man's new name is Tape Delay.
Yo, that was funny as hell, son.
Crazy. Wrong with this man. Moving on. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about that already. We don't need to talk about that. Let's go to. Okay, let me bring this up. Does Jonathan Taylor have any leverage? Because I read something today where he was like, the only reason why he kind of didn't show up to camp is because he wasn't healthy and all the negotiation stuff was just negotiation in the off season, and he's ready to play football. He's here. He's ready to play. So can we believe, like, was all that stuff in the off season BS? Because we never really necessarily heard it from him. But you know, anytime Jim Irsay says something, you have to believe it because that dude's a wild man, right? So, you know, you have to take it. You have to say that there's some truth behind it. But if he does want out, I don't think that he's gonna get what he wants, or the Colts are gonna get what they want from him. So I think the best thing is to just stay at home. But does he have leverage? Does he have leverage in some type of negotiation because he's such a great quarterback or running back, excuse me? Or is it one of those situations where he's kind of stuck? Thoughts?
It's the NFL. He's stuck.
Yeah.
He has no leverage whatsoever, and that's what the issue was here. The reason he's still on the Colts is because the Colts wouldn't accept any trade offers for him. I guarantee you there was teams that are out there that offered plenty for him, but the whole NFL has I don't know if it's collusion, but the whole NFL has gotten together and decided that they're gonna undervalue the running back position, right? So even though it's proven every single week that you need to have a run game to be successful in the NFL. So they know running the ball is important, but they feel like they can get anybody to do it and it'll be the same thing. And it's been proven multiple times that is not the case, but they just know that if all of them stay the course and don't give anybody big money, they don't have to pay any of their running backs big money, and that's what it is. So he's not going to have any type of is he a great back? Yes. Are the Colts hurting for him not being there? Are they really? I guarantee you that stadium is still full. I guarantee you they still buying jerseys. I guarantee you concessions lines are still long. So that owner is making money hand over fist regardless of if the only person that's getting hurt right now is he's at home not getting a paycheck.
Right.
And
What do
and
you
that's
think? Well, you know what? It makes sense what he says about the whole collusion part, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, running backs win games. So, why undervalue them? In my opinion, it doesn't make any sense. Well, granted, all right, they do get injured, They do take a lot of, hits and stuff like that. But
A lot.
at the end of at the end of the day, they win you games. Like Marshawn Lynch could have won one if they would have given him the ball.
But that's my whole thing. But like, all right, so look at how they treat the quarterbacks. They gave Daniel Jones $40 million.
Yes.
Crazy.
$40 million, right? And he's never performed to the level to even remotely deserve $40 million. But they do that for every quarterback. He's not even he's the 14th he's number 14 on the list for quarterbacks.
Right.
In salary. He's not even at the top at 40 million. Come on now. So you're trying to tell me that and guys still get hurt. Garoppolo gets hurt every year. Every year they still pay him. What you like almost every quarterback in the league has had some type of major injury or something like that, and they still get the money. So why is it that you can pay the quarterbacks this money, but you can't do it for the running backs? They just don't want to. That's what it is at the end of the day. They don't want to.
You know what? Kudos to them for figuring out a way to make it work. But at the end of the day, it ain't right.
Nah, not at all.
But I think what he tried to do though, he was coming up a big year last year. He tried to gain it out. Let me see what I can get out here because I'm coming up this big year. I want the bag. And he tried to wait it out and see if somebody was gonna go for it, and nobody hit. So end of the day, now he's gonna come back. Roy, I'm ready to work, boss. Let's do it, baby.
That's it.
Happen.
He saw seeing that bank account,
Yeah,
that balance to getting low.
You can't do that past week 5 because at week 5 and you ain't get no trade, your damn train getting about week 6.
Nope.
And about week 7, 8, it's over.
And remember, the way they pay players, you get paid in game checks.
You get paid on Tuesday.
Yeah, so you don't get paid in the off season. The off season, you don't get no income coming in unless you got endorsements and other stuff like that. So you get all your money in these few months that you have to play football. So if you sitting out, you already had an off season where ain't no money coming in. You sitting out, your pockets is getting light.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Listen, I agree. It's one of those things where it's like, listen, if you can get your money, cool. But the running back, the position itself is so depreciated that guys just need to play, keep their heads down, produce, stay healthy, and the market will rise again. Because we're seeing Christian McCaffrey play well. His stock had fell so bad that he was able to go to San Francisco, and people are like, oh yeah, he's still a good player, but can he stay healthy? But now he's starting to show his worth again, right? So that's what the running backs need to do. Just stay healthy, find a way to stay healthy, show your worth, and then you're going to start to see that market start to rise again because guys like Bijan Robinson, they're out there, right? Guys like that are out there. And if you can be able to get some high quality elite running backs out there to be able to be a part of your franchise and help you win, like Fang says, because they do help you win, it's very important. So, they just have to literally bite the bullet and take whatever scraps that they can fight for right now until the big payday comes somewhere down the line. So that's just the way it is. we are going to go to my irrelevant news of the week. I know you can't hear my whatchamacallit. So can you guys hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
just
Ah,
low. That's
as long as you can hear it a little bit. Irrelevant news of the week. Love it. What do we got? Let's see what we got here. I didn't find a lot of them, but the ones that I did find, pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Dirty 30 gone wrong. Woman celebrating birthday at Disney World says she got a painful wedgie and severe, you know what, laceration
way
after
go.
riding water slide. Files
Wow.
$50,000 lawsuit.
She a crackhead. She a crackhead.
Yeah.
Who sues Disney for $50,000? You a crackhead. You gotta be a crackhead. Who sues Disney for
50,000,
bro? If you
50,000.
suing Disney, you supposed to be suing for like 50 million.
Who comes up with this price? Whatever lawyer she gave you, bro, fire him immediately. Fire him immediately. Disney World, and you go for 50K? I'm with Fang. That's crackhead prices right there.
That's something's off. Something's way off right there. So
Crackhead prices right there. That's crazy.
That means they made it up.
50,000.
They about to settle that.
She's just trying to get a bill paid.
Right?
She's trying to get some credit card bills paid off or something.
That's it. You wild out.
50,000.
They're like, how about we give you a job? You just dress up as Jimmy Neutron and walk around.
Word. That they'd rather do that than give her 50.
Right.
Mind you, you're getting mad at the park for your dumbness. So you caught a wedge. Ain't nobody tell you to wear that stupid ass outfit. You could have worn something regular and went down the slide normal. But you wanted to look on your 30th birthday. And now you hurting. Now your hospital bills is probably 50K, and that's why you suing for 50K. Get the hell out of here.
I guess she can't handle birthday sex.
Yeah, she get nothing. She get nothing.
You too stupid to have a good time.
Yeah, moving on. Las Vegas mother suffers devastating loss after CVS mistakenly gives her abortion.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Bruh.
Wow.
Damn.
That is crazy. Now, see, that's where you sue.
But see,
now that's 50 million right there.
That's where you sue.
And the crazy part is, like, when you're watching them in court, the I guess the owner of the CVS or whatever, he's like, well, that's not our problem, that's their problem, pointing to the two pharmacists that work there.
Wow.
Like, that's not our problem, that's on them. They shouldn't have done that because they was trying to like shut him down and this and that. And he goes, nah, why should I have to suffer? They did it.
I mean, that's the thing, though.
I'm like, that's crazy.
That is
Listen, man.
CVS is these two idiot brain people that gave the wrong medication.
You know, as a pharmacist, I guess, like, in a way, you should have your own insurance, because if you're giving out the wrong medication to people, why should they have to come down on the company? Like, you're a pharmacist.
But at the end of the day, you're selling it as the company's the one that's getting the money. It's not the pharmacy. It's not going in directly to the pharmacist's pocket. So at the end of the day, CVS is the one that's going to be at fault. They're cutting the checks to the employees, and they're receiving the money from the insurance and the doctors or whatever who when they get the prescriptions. That's going to CVS. That ain't going to the pharmacists. They get a good pay, but
bro,
that's going. They profited off of it. So
bro,
at the end of the day,
to the pharmacy and I'm like, here, let me get some Tylenol, unless you know I have an abortion.
that's crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy. Both should be liable because you're the idiot that hired her.
Right. Well,
or hired them. Whoever they hired to give out the medication, you hired that idiot to be your pharmacist.
I always look at CVS as like the bootleg guy on the corner that you buying the old DVDs from. You don't know what the hell you're gonna get when you open that box. Sometimes you can't trust CVS, bro. I don't really go there for much things. I go to Rite Aid or Green.
I go to Walgreens.
What's the difference?
I go to Walgreens.
What's the difference?
Nah, son. There's a difference.
Incompetence everywhere.
No, there is.
There is, but I see more incompetence at CVS than I see what the other.
You know, when you walk into some of them CVSs, you be like,
well,
I don't
it's
know
some
if
of
I
them.
should.
Like your CVS, I went in there to get beer one day, and the guy tells me, "Yeah, I wouldn't really get the beer from here. If I was you, I would on the street.
Right.
Our beer like
Beer,
stale."
That
See,
beer
that-
super stale.
all beer.
yeah, so
It'd
that's
be like-
why, yeah.
It'd be like 4 cans left. You got to make your own 6-pack.
The self-pay machine be all messed up. Like it's the worst. The
They
worst.
give you that 15-mile long receipt.
Yeah. Nobody don't care about that shit.
They only take cash.
But word. If you go to a CVS and they only take cash, run immediately.
Yo, walk out. Yo, son, that's a scam. So you need to get out of there and get out of there
Run
fast.
immediately, fam.
That's got to be in the hood, son.
Is it safe to say that like any like business, like established a business storefront and everything, if you only taking cash, that you're doing dirty business?
Money laundering.
Without a doubt, right?
Money
Yeah.
laundering. Got to be.
So that's all the Chinese. They got
But
the
you know a lot of
where they just do coins. Like if you got a laundromat and you still only do coins, that's how you know you're laundering some money.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
2 things, bro. I saw a pizzeria the other day start charging service fees just to get pizza. And it's a mom and pop joint. Service fees. But then even delis and like corner stores and bodegas and all that, yo, they charging credit card processing fees.
Yeah,
It's 4% more just to use a credit card.
Because they got to pay for those transactions.
Yeah, they got to pay for those
Boy,
transactions.
easy.
Anything over like I think it's $5 or $10, something like that. They gotta pay. They gotta pay like $5 for the trans. That's why they say minimum such and such for a credit card transaction because they're just trying to cover that cost that they gotta pay per transaction.
But if you pay cash, hey man, you good. Don't trip.
Listen, that's because they ain't worried about it. They ain't worried about the cash. They ain't worried about that. They already good. They books is good. That's
Big
it.
facts. Big facts. That is my irrelevant news of the week. There's only 2 sodas this week. Moving on to some basketball. Bishop, your Nets thoughts?
Oh man!
I mean, it's the picture says it all, doesn't it?
Man.
You know, when Ben Simmons is the biggest story in camp for a team, you know that there's nothing positive that's going to happen for the remainder of that season. When
whoa.
his jump shot is the story of media day. I don't want to hear it.
Not
He's
even his
tried.
jump shot. He hit 10 free throws in a row, man. Come on, clap it up.
Oh my goodness, bro.
He hit 10 free throws in a row. Clap it up. Come on. There was video evidence.
There's
Yo,
one
clap for
video
Zach
evidence
Wilson.
of it.
Clap for Zach Wilson.
Listen, man. From what everybody's saying coming out of camp, he's supposed to be healthy. You know, when you have a back injury, it'll limit you from doing anything. And you could see it on the court. Like he couldn't even. They would try to throw him a lob, and he couldn't even get up for it. Just to do a basic, the basic package dunks on 2K,
right.
The rim grazers. He had the rim grazer dunk package last year. That's how bad he is. He's 6'9", 6'10". Like something was off.
So wait. You're gonna blame it on his back instead of his broken heart?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on his back.
Oh my gosh, no
I'm
way. I'm gonna blame it on his heart.
I can't. You know what? I can't call it. I don't think that. I'm pretty sure that might have had some kind of effect on him, but you can see him try to do stuff on the court, and he just couldn't do it.
I didn't see him try anything. I'm sitting around.
Let's be real. How many Nets games you actually watched? Come on now. Come on now.
That's a great point. Ain't nobody watching.
Listen, I'm the only one in here that's watching Nets games. So
first off, they show that shit on the Yes Network. Anybody watching that? Anybody watching that shit?
Did you watch Yes? No.
Yes,
God damn it.
Rubbish.
And I was there in person. I had my season tickets last year. I was at the games.
And the man was at every game. Just painful.
I wish I was at. No, I wasn't at.
Plenty of times
I,
where you
I,
call me,
I,
or you want
couldn't
to
do it. I couldn't.
What
I
do
couldn't
you,
do it
what
like
do you
that.
do? Go there to get a nap?
I could. Yo. I need you to calm
Listen.
down.
I
You need
do
to
you
calm down.
one
We went to
better.
the playoffs.
I
You
do
need
you
to
one
calm
better
down.
thing. This is what I'm
All
gonna
right.
tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you a real story. CPS needs to call and check up on Pete's kids because Bishop would take his children to Nets games. That is child abuse like I've never seen. Um, to
And they
have
love
them,
it.
to have them
They have a
sit
great
there
time.
and forcefully have them watch this game and have to behave or pretend like they enjoy it just so they can be able to go home. It's rough. Rough.
So it's kind of like with them videos, like when the Taliban kidnap you.
Yeah, the hostage video. Yeah,
Listen,
they used to send me mad pictures and videos of the kids. They would all have the same expression every game. Like
you sir.
he's like, you better pose the same way you did last game, or you know what's happening, right?
You see how that Jamaican hate in your blood has jaded you so much that you don't understand when you see pure joy anymore.
Listen, I know
when you
know
see
those
joy,
shows.
you don't understand what joy is anymore.
Listen,
That's
listen.
because your
If that
heart is
was
black.
listen, if that was joy, that must have been you must have took that picture when y'all leaving.
That's all.
They were just so happy to leave.
I know those kids, Fang. I know those kids. I know what makes them tick. They enjoy other things other than watching the Brooklyn Nets play. They play terrible basketball all
You
year.
sir are a liar.
That's
You
all
are
I'm
a
saying.
liar. All right. And anyway, they love it. And actually, listen, every time they went, we won. So I need to take them more. That's what the problem was. I couldn't take them to enough games.
All right, so
That's what the problem. I need to take them out of school and shit and have them go travel with the team. I need to talk to Joe Tsai, be like, yo, we need a contract for the kids so they could travel with the team so we could win some more games, goddammit.
besides
That's what we need to
the
do.
Ben Simmons story or topic, what are the things that you're looking for this season in regards to being a Nets fan? And
At this point with the Nets, you're just trying to figure out what you have. Last year you had Bridges come over with Cam Johnson, and they actually Bridges was on the borderline of becoming an all-star. He averaged 26 points a game.
he was putting a bucket, boy.
He was putting up buckets. So and he defends too. He always takes the best offensive player from the other team. He plays defense on the best offensive player on the other team. So the question for the Nets is, can he sustain that and maybe improve on that this coming season? Cam Johnson just got his big payday. And you want to hope that he can take another step and become that second option that the Nets need. More of a consistent second option. I mean, he still shot around 39-40% from the three. So you just want to see him be able to do a little bit more off the dribble. I think the biggest and what's the most polarizing part for the Nets is Cam Thomas.
Right.
Now we saw him last year. He came in, he had 3 straight games, 40-point games. But then you look the following week and he has one DNP here, another game he only played 5 minutes, and then he falls out of the rotation again. And then you put him back in at the end of the season, he scores another 40-point game, almost scores 50. So it's like a lot of people are like, oh, but he needs to learn how to play defense, and oh, but he's just a scorer. That's all he does. But there's been plenty of players over the years that have just been scorers. There's plenty of stars in the league that all they do is score, but they don't play a lick of defense. But for some reason on this team, it just seems like they harp on his defense to kind of find a way to bring him down. And so you got some people that agree with the organization. They're like, oh, nah, he needs to play, have an all-around game in order to get minutes. And other people are like, yo, we're not trying to win a championship anymore. It's one thing when you have championship aspirations. You got Kyrie and KD here. So you like, yo, let him, chill off to the side because we can't have him hogging the ball or getting heavy minutes if we're trying to win. But now that you're not in that mode anymore, you're just trying to see what you got.
Right.
Especially since you traded away a bunch of your picks for Harden. You can't lose, because if you lose, you don't got your draft pick. Let the kid play. Give him a shot. And then even if you don't like him and you don't want him on the team, at least you showcase him, and then you can get something of value for him if you trade him on the trade market. Sitting him down and not giving him any minutes doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm with
And
you. I definitely think that they need to make a decision, either play the kid or trade him. But
yeah,
have him sitting there rotting doesn't make sense because we all know that Cam Thomas, he's not a great defender, but he's a willing defender. But he is a walking bucket. He's
exactly.
literally a walking bucket. So you don't necessarily need him to play defense. Just have him be a 6-man microwave guy, and you can
Hmm.
be able to hide him in some defensive concepts and some schemes.
Hmm.
So it's up to the coach to get the most out of his player,
Right.
especially when he's on
Exactly.
the field, on the court. Like there was a lot of guys that were great offensive players and weren't great defenders. That didn't mean that they couldn't play. So it's one of those things where you were saying that even last season that you just don't think that uh
That Jacques Vaughn.
yeah, Jacques Vaughn is a fan of Cam Thomas.
Right.
And it shows because if
Yeah.
you're not going to play a guy that can literally get you 35 points anytime he blinks, that's a concern, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's something that he needs to speak to Cam Thomas about, clear the air, and find a way to get that type of production in your rotation. It just doesn't make sense to sit there on the bench. So
Mhm.
I'm with you. I hope that they get that going. I like Cam Thomas. I think that's the only person that I like on this team. And
It's because he's a Kobe fan. That's I know. I
yeah,
know. Yeah. But like, and especially now with the type of team that you have, you got Dorian Finney-Smith, who's a defender. You got Claxton, who's a defender. You got Bridges, who's a defender. You got Royce O'Neal, who's a defender. You have plenty of guys on this team that can play defense. Even Dennis Smith Jr. now, that's on the team. He's a very good on-ball defender at the guard position. So you have enough defenders on the team. Whereas even if he's not a strong defender, you can make up for it. In scheme.
yeah, I agree.
So there's absolutely no reason for you not to play him. So it's up to the coach, like we said, to figure. You got to figure it out. If you're a good coach, you're gonna figure it out. Lou Williams for years came off the bench and just was scoring. Nobody says Luca is a defender. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody says Trey Young is a defender. So
Right.
why is it that only you, Jacques Vaughn, feel that this kid who's a microwave scorer needs to be a defender also in order to see minutes? Doesn't make sense.
He bugging. He definitely
Yeah.
bugging. Y'all going to sit his ass down and just let the kid play.
That's it. Just let him play. And then, like you said, if you don't want him, trade him. That's
Exactly.
it. Let him showcase his skills and get some assets for him. That's it.
Trade him to the Lakers. We'll take him.
I know y'all will. And he'll ball out too.
Damn right. Damn right. Moving on. Boy showed up to camp.
He did.
Very shocked.
But do we care?
No,
I'm
we
not
don't, but we're gonna have to talk about it anyway because it's a story. Now, the fact that he's been crying all off season, trade me. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Clippers. I was lied to. Nah. And Daryl Morey's like, yeah, I mean, it's a game, but I'm not going to trade you to the Clippers because they don't have anything I want. I mean, this was always going to be the deal. James Harden at this stage of his career does not have much value in regards to trade value. Yeah, he can still be able to give you 23 and 10 and stuff like that, but we're talking about actual trade value that a team is going to say to themselves, we are a James Harden away from winning. The only team that will do that is the team that's been desperate enough to take so many chances in their history and their franchise that they have nothing else to risk. Go ahead. Of course the Clippers want you. They want every also-ran and every bad player and every bad personality that's out there. It's the Clippers. That's what they do. They have 1,000 bathrooms in their new arena. They have more square foot space than they actually have fans to fill the place. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. So, of course, the Clippers want him, but they're never going to get him because they don't have much value to give the 76ers. So, the best thing for James Harden to do is play and then become a free agent and go where you want to go. But I can guarantee you, when James Harden becomes a free agent and he realizes that the market for James Harden is not there, man, it's going to be a staunch and hard reality that he faces. And you may see him be one of those guys that just ups and quits. He just disappears because you think that James Harden, somebody who's been kind of leading the charge in regards to money and trying to play for money and do all this stuff and play for me. You think he's going to play for some vet min? You think he's going to play for somebody for $10 million next season? It's not going to happen. So I don't know what the Sixers are going to do. I think it's better to just play out the strings, see what happens, because I think Embiid is going to be gone. I think Harden is going to be gone. So they're going to have to make decisions on this franchise in the next year and a half. But I think the Sixers are going to look very, very different come the next few seasons. But you see what you can be able to get out of them this year. If you can get to the Eastern Conference Finals, if you can find a way to fall into the NBA Finals, you go ahead and take that risk and do that. But other than that, I think this is where the road ends for James Harden being an elite style player for me. That's just my opinion.
But I think he's already seen that there's no market for him. That's why he opted in. Because remember, this was an option year. He didn't have to opt in.
Well, according to him, he said that he opted in because he was going to get traded. That's why he did it.
That's why, my ass. He wanted that $32 million. He know he wasn't getting that $32 million back.
Right.
He wasn't getting that from nobody.
Right.
Probably on a full contract, he wasn't going to get $32 million.
Right.
So there was no way he wasn't going to opt in. And it was the reason he showed up to camp says he wasn't going to get fined. Because look what happened when Ben Simmons didn't show up to camp. They stopped paying him.
Yeah.
As soon as he didn't show up, they stopped paying him. And they had to do a settlement to get him his money back.
Right.
Or some of the money. So, and to be honest with you, Philly already paid him 2 payments. He has a stipulation in his contract where he gets a lot of his money up front. So he got some of it right before the season. He got some of it in like the off season, and then he got I think it was last week or this week actually. It was this Friday, last Friday. He got another chunk of the money from the contract already. So there was no way that he was gonna miss out and turn down an opportunity to get that money. So what he's hoping that the Clippers are gonna finally be like, yeah, we'll give y'all Terrence Mann and a couple first-round draft picks to get Jay. Why would you do that if you're the Clippers? Why would you do that? You think you're winning? Like, do you really think you're winning a chip with Harden?
No. No.
PG-13
No.
with Russell Westbrook.
No.
Come on. Is that Kawhi Leonard?
You gonna have Westbrook and Harden on the same what?
Yes, Westbrook, Harden, and then have Kawhi. Hobbled Kawhi Leonard and hobbled Paul. None of them making it through the season except for Westbrook. Westbrook gonna be the only one that's healthy.
It's nonsense. It's complete nonsense.
Doesn't make any sense. So he's gonna be in for a rude awakening. The 76ers. I know they thought they pulled something when they traded Ben Simmons to us for James Harden, but they in the same boat. They just in the same boat, and now they got to worry about whether Embiid is gonna stay or not because he's already starting to talk.
Big fact. Moving on. Bishop, you had asked me about this, before the pod, and let's talk about it.
Your Lakers, the feud, the start of a budding rivalry between the Lakers and the Nuggets. Well, more so the Lakers and Mike Malone.
So Mike Malone has been on his tour, and since the championship, he's been throwing shots at LeBron, talking about, hey, he may retire after this and blah, blah, blah. And, the Lakers are home and while we're still playing and this and that. And we're getting, we should be getting all the press, but yeah, you guys are still talking about the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's the Lakers and you are the Nuggets. It will the Nuggets can win 4 championships in a row. They will still go to Prime Time and Coach Prime and ask him questions more than they would ask Mike Malone. Because at the end of the day, that's just the way it is. There's a pecking order in sports, in media, and this is just the way it goes. So for him, I understand what Mike Malone was doing. He was trying to drum up some press for his team and his franchise. Shouts to him. But now what he ended up doing in that process was he made it personal.
Right.
You don't want to give an old man a reason to stay in shape. Mm-hmm. LeBron James's main reason for this season now is to stick it to the Denver Nuggets because the Lakers and Nuggets, they will see each other again in the playoffs. It's going to happen.
I think so.
I think in the Western Conference, those are the 2 best teams for me, in my opinion. I know Golden State made some changes. I know Phoenix Suns, they have the the triple threat over there, no point guard, they got nobody else on the damn roster. But I think the Lakers have the deepest team in the NBA. They're not super well coached, but that is what it is. But I think that Rob Pelinka did a great job. But getting back on topic now, it's Mike Malone is walking it back now. Oh, well, I respect the Lakers, and it was 4 tough games, and blah, blah, blah. And cat's already out of the bag, bro.
Word.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you talk too much. You now – and it's – I don't know.
And some key pieces is missing from that team. Bruce
Yeah,
Brown ain't there no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeff Green ain't there no more.
It's not the same team. Like, yes, they have some of the core pieces that are left, but those ancillary pieces, man, that were big, big for them are gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was your man that was on the Nets? What's his name again?
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown. He's
on Bruce Brown and Jeff Green. Both of them was on the Nets. Both of them won their chip last year.
So it's one of those things where it's like, you talk tough in the offseason, but you might have backed your team in a corner that they can't get out of because they don't have the dogs in that locker room. They don't have the dogs on that roster. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that rookie kid, I can't remember his name. He had some good games in the NBA Finals.
Braun.
Yeah.
Braun.
And he's up there. I think they was pronounced Brown or Braun or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's spelled Brown, but it's pronounced Braun. Something like that. Like that. And so then they also you gotta hope that that Porter Jr. takes a step.
Right. He's very inconsistent too, but if he can be more consistent, then they got something with him, right? So we're gonna see. I think the Lakers gonna bust their ass. I do, because we were. I'm telling you, those games when I had broke that series down, because I was doing lives and stuff and going on the show and talking about it. Those games were won based on a few possessions. Few possessions. The Denver Nuggets were more consistent. They made the big plays and they protected the basketball in those few possessions, and the Lakers didn't, and they lost. So if that's the case, the Lakers are coming back with the same team, added some pieces. Yeah. Fang, you are a Lakers fan. Did you run off like Claw? What's up? Your Fang's going. So that's my whole thing, man. It's don't give LeBron James any fuel to have to play hard and have that motivation. I think Anthony Davis looks good. I think everybody for the Lakers in camp look good right now, or in media day. They said that they had a nice training camp early with the LeBron James thing. So I'm interested to see that rivalry, man. I want to see if there's going to be a fight. It needs to be a fight. I need a good old school NBA fight where people are trying to run to the locker room and get to the other side. I like that. I like those things.
Get a little chippy.
Yeah, the whole shoving, the whole shoulder shoving. I don't like that. I don't like those. Let's fight.
Yeah, get a little chippy. Take some things personal. I don't even care if you fight. You don't even necessarily need to fight, but just take each other seriously and play hard. And I like some of the moves y'all did with y'all roster. Y'all added, y'all had Cam Reddish at the end of the season, but y'all added Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes over there. I mean, I like some of the moves that y'all made. Y'all roster's not looking too bad. So I'm interested to see how y'all gel. You got a full year with Rui Hachimura over there. He balled out for y'all last year. So y'all got Christian Wood on there. Y'all got a decent squad. So I'm intrigued to see what y'all end up doing.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
Moving on. The Golden State Warriors. Listen, I've said that they are a jinx this season. That Black Cat Paul will strike down the bad luck that he's always strike down on teams this year on the Golden State Warriors, and people don't want to believe me. But when it happens, I'm not saying that I told you so, but I will be mentioning it throughout the season. They went ahead and revealed this starting lineup, and it's very, very interesting. And they're going to go ahead and roll this out for the first preseason game. They're going to have Chris Paul at the point guard, Steph Curry at the shooting guard, Klay Thompson at the small forward, Andrew Wiggins at the 4 and Kevon Looney at the 5. So my question to you is, Bishop, can it work?
I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see because so normally the person who runs the offense really is Draymond Green.
Right.
And so now you're putting Chris Paul in the position to run the offense. A big part of why that worked with Draymond Green is because the big had to guard Draymond Green. And then when Draymond is setting the screens and doing all the cutting, is doing all the passing and everything, that opens up the middle for some bigs to be pulled away from the rim. So now if you got Chris Paul as the one that's running the offense, you can match up on that a little bit better, one-on-one. Like you might be able to do a little screen and roll here and there, but you're not worried about a pick and roll with Moody with what's their center name? With their center. You're not worried about that too much. So I don't know. Their offense was based so much on so much movement, off ball player movement and everything like that. Is Chris Paul gonna be able to, at his age, to be able to work with that type of system? And that's my question. I think Chris Paul is still a smart player. I know that he can't play the minutes that he normally would play because I don't think he'll last through the season that way. But the question for me is just going to be, how much can you actually put that lineup out there? And how successful is it could it really be? Are you going to have Paul in catch and shoot situations? Because he's never really done that before. Are you going to have Chris Paul running off screens, curling around screens, running all the way through? I don't see that. And I don't even see them doing that with Clay as much as they used to ever since he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
So, and his Achilles. So I don't know. I haven't been sold on Curry's coaching decisions the last couple of years, especially even in the Olympics. He's had some questionable decisions. So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't see it working, but we'll see. They will have to revamp the whole offense, to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I don't listen. Outside of the big three, right? Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. Steve Kerr couldn't coach you out of a trash bag. Couldn't coach you out of a trash bag. So I would love to see what is going to happen when you put this new wrinkle in there. And Chris Paul, listen, Chris Paul is a good player. He's a great player, a Hall of Fame guy, right? Respect to him. But this ain't going to work, man. This ain't going to work because, Steve, you're asking Steve Kerr, a guy that's never altered his system since this whole thing happened, to alter his system for a guy like Chris Paul to be able to play the Draymond Green role until Draymond Green comes back and be the facilitator of the offense. Okay. But here's the problem is that Steph Curry was always better off at point guard because he was able to take advantage of some of the high-low mismatches in the high pick and roll. You put him now at two guard, it's now a completely different scenario. Yeah, he still can be able to move off the ball and stuff, but there's more ways to be able to isolate him or trap him than having him be the guy that brings the ball up and distributes and can find ways to get open. So I'm curious to see how this offensive this lineup looks, how long he goes with it, because I think it's one of those things where he may just try to test it for like 5 to 7 minute stretches in games and stuff like that. And maybe his closing lineup, I have no idea. But it's gonna be interesting. I don't see the whole thing working. It's deeper than the lineup for me. I don't see that this is gonna work because Chris Paul at this age, he ain't guarding nobody. Steph Curry ain't guarding nobody. Klay Thompson is not the defender that he used to be. Andrew Wiggins is a solid, great defender. He is. Yeah. And Kevon Looney can't guard nobody. So
he's decent rim protector, but just not for blocks, but just getting in the way.
Right, great rebound
and rebounding. He's great rebounder. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But you're talking about a team or a lineup or a bunch of guys that are going to get big minutes that are not great defensively.
Mhm.
So this,
And what's lost is you're gonna lose Draymond Green as your best defender in that lineup when he was on the floor, and he's also the quarterback for your defense.
right,
He's the one that tells everybody to get into certain positions. He's the one that's making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do on the defensive end. So on that part, you're losing that, and then on top of that, is Chris Paul going to be able to produce enough on the offensive end, whereas you have to go out and guard him,
right,
where you have to be up on him like that because you scared he's going to kill you from the three or kill you from the mid range. I don't know if he still has that type of production in him. That's going to be the main question.
right. Nah, I definitely agree. I am definitely with you on that. I am not a big Chris Paul fan. Everybody knows that. Um, we'll see if it works, but if it doesn't, oh yeah. Now I'll long segments on the Golden State Warriors this season. If it does not work. I'm telling you right now. I got a few people that I got receipts for. So yeah. Moving on to a topic that me and you love so much. We're getting off of basketball. We're heading into our Mets.
Here we go.
David Stearns hired as the new president of baseball operations for the New York Mets, and he's already started to clean house. Buck has resigned. Everybody's saying that wasn't his call, but you know, we all know what this is. New management, guys want to hire their own people.
Yep.
Grew up a Mets fan. David Stearns did. Said he snuck into Shea Stadium a lot. Lived and died with the late '90s team, the John Olaroos, the Mike Piazzas, the Todd Zeals. You know what I mean? The Ray Ordonez. Those were the guys, man. So
Yeah.
I like David Stearns. I think that what he brings to the table is a guy that knows the game, knows baseball. You saw what he did with the Brewers. But he's also a New York guy, right? And he knows, and he's a Mets fan. So he knows what this franchise and what this fan base is dying for, is what we're craving for, because he's one of us as well. So for the first time that we can actually say that, we literally have one of us in the booth or one of us in the front office. So what's your thoughts on David Stearns being hired? And, this was kind of like one of those, worst kept secret type of things that as soon as he didn't, extend his contract with the Brewers, everybody knew that he was going to sign or, take that job with the Mets if he wanted a job.
Yeah, I like it. I felt like we needed somebody in that position because I think who was the last person? Omar Minaya that had that was the last person to be the president. Yeah, so I think we miss him being there. So I think having David Stearns there, another person who has love for the franchise, I think it's good. I agree with him letting go of Buck. I don't necessarily know I don't think it's his fault what happened this year. As you see some of the stories coming out saying that Vogelbach was forced on him and like he was forced to play certain players, and I think when you do that, it kind of makes your manager lose the locker room.
Yeah,
Because like you got players on this locker room, you're looking around like, yo, why they keep playing this dude? He's trash. Like, and when you look at the manager's supposed to be the dude that's supposed to be, I run this team, I'm the one that's gonna make my lineups, blah 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 blah. And when you see that he's being made impotent by management, you kind of gonna lose a little respect. Like, I don't gotta listen to this dude. What am I listening to this dude for?
right.
He don't even run this team. He just here. You know what I mean? They just need somebody to be in the dugout to talk to the refs, to talk to the umps every now and then. So I think that hurt the locker room, and I think it caused a rift in the locker room between the management and the players, and I think that's what led to a lot of the bad stuff that happened this season. So I'm happy that happened. I'm happy that Epler is gone. I told you that before it happened. I was like, yo, he need to go too. He hasn't done anything to warrant being kept. And once I found out that he was going out, I hit you up right away. I was like, yo, he's out of here. Yes. So I'm happy with the move so far. And I'm just hoping that we can get some good players in here and fix some of the things that we need to fix, like the bullpen. Or just getting players, letting the young kids get some trying to shine. You got to bring these kids up. Every other team that's successful now, they're starting to bring up their players a little bit earlier just to get them to get a little bit more experience in the big leagues. Like at some point, they got to show what they got. You can't always just keep them down in the minors and be like, oh well, until he produces in the minors, then we'll bring him up, and then he got to readjust to the big league. Nah, let him adjust to the big leagues first. Let them see what they got, and if they don't, they'll set them back down. It's all right. It's not a big deal.
I agree with you. And the one thing that we do vehemently agree on is this man right here, Mr. Potato Face himself,
Such a
Billy
punchable face.
Epler, the Cashman clone that he is, finally gone. It was one of those things. It was very surprising because this was, like I said, David Stern's signing here was one of the worst kept secrets, and we all thought that Billy Epler was going to get kind of grandfathered in as the GM, and then Stearns would be the president of baseball operations, and then it would go like that. Well, I guess he felt a way that he didn't get the job, or it's what is being reported that Major League Baseball is investigating Mr. Potato Face for using the IL illegally. That he was putting guys on the IL that didn't need to be on there. He was extending guys' stays on it, and the guys wasn't injured. He's over here telling people to play Vogelback, and he's the worst player on the team. Like all of this makes sense. Is that he's resigning to get the stink off of him? I seen some fans talk about, oh well, this is Major League Baseball trying to stick it to Cohen because every team in the league does this, and yeah, every team in the league might do it, but they probably didn't do it as flagrant as Billy Epler did.
Probably.
That's my whole thing, is that this dude, since he came here, I gave him a chance. I was like, you know what? Let's see what he got, man. He's the one that discovered Shohei and all this other stuff. But here's where I got off the Billy Epler train. The 2022 deadline. Mets are one of the best teams in baseball. We're flying high. We're winning games. We are up like 10 games in the standings. New York is rocking because both New York teams are doing well. Aaron Judge is hitting all home runs, everything out of the damn park. Mets are playing well. Pete Alonso's bombing. Lindor's good. All the pitchers look good. Everybody having a good time. Yeah, everything was hunky-dory in Metland. Right? Hunky-dory in Metland. Every time you saw a Met fan, you just give them high fives on the street.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
Oh, what did Billy Epler do with the deadline? He said that, well, no, we are not going to mortgage our future to win now. And I'm like, okay, this is a franchise that doesn't have a history of winning consistently. We've never made the playoffs 3 years in a row in our history.
Right.
Happened. And you're trying to tell me that this fucking guy is the GM of this team and is telling us that we don't want to mortgage our future and win now? Every Met fan on planet Earth and every Met fan that's in the dirt, buried and gone, would come back and smack Billy Epler in the face and say, you trade whoever the hell you have to trade and get us that damn World Series and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You see what happened to the Cubs? They got their World Series and they've been shit ever since until this year.
Yeah. And nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
So you're trying to tell me as a Met fan, I'm supposed to sit here and say, oh yeah, he's right. Let's not mortgage our future. We're one of the best teams in baseball, have a chance to win a World Series, but it's not about the World Series this year. It's about 5 years down the road, and we have the richest owner in baseball. We should be worried about our farm system right now. Screw the farm system, get the ring, and then you fix the farm system. What are we doing? That's when I was off the Billy Epper train because I knew that this guy was incompetent. From then on, it was all downhill for the Mets. They tanked in September, lost the division. We
Yep.
lost to the Padres in the wild card round, and
Yep.
we haven't recovered since.
Nope.
We haven't recovered since. So this just goes to show you that some guys out there think they're too smart or more smarter than everybody else. It's just like Brian Cashman. Brian Cashman believes he's the smartest guy in the room. And that's why the Yankees are in a bad spot that they've been in, because over the last decade, the farm system has been poor. He doesn't want to spend money, and he goes bargain bazaar shopping. And this is why you see one of the worst lineups in baseball that they had this year.
Right.
Billy Epple would have did the same thing to this team. Look who he gave money to. He gave money to Starlin Marte, somebody who's never played a full game, a full season in his career. Gave him a guaranteed 4-year deal. Is Starlin Marte gonna end up playing the rest of his years out for the Mets? I don't necessarily think so. He may be traded this offseason if they can be able to trade him and find a suitor for him. So all of these decisions that he made, some of them worked out, but most of them didn't. Because he's an analytics guy. Instead of looking at the game and seeing the game for what it is, this analytics stuff, this is why Vogelbach was playing. All analytics garbage. Garbage.
But what analytics is telling him that he can still play? I don't get it.
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
I have no idea.
So, listen, man, I agree 100%. I just don't. You know me with baseball, it's always a little funny. I just don't get why you would continuously put somebody out there. You already, as far as baseball goes, you're already failing 30% of the time. Like if you fail 70% of the time, that's good. That's considered good if you failed 70% of the time.
Yeah,
this dude isn't even failing 70% of the time. He's failing like 95% of the time.
Right.
And yet you keep trotting him out there on the field. For what?
Right.
For what? Especially when you have young talent that's waiting in the wings to play.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'm glad he's gone. I am so glad that he's gone, because now we can be able to build the right way. I think we have, if Craig Counsell wants to come to New York, man, that would be good. That'd be very, very good, because he's one of the best managers in the game. And if we can be able to land him and then call Shohei and say, yo, listen, we got this $550 for you. Hey, take that. Bomb. We got the Yamamoto kid out in Japan. Hey, we got this $100 million for you. Bomb. What's up? Now we rolling.
That's what I'm saying.
Call up Juan Soto and say, hey, you want that trade? Bomb. We got you.
Listen, man, I'm all for it. Just show some competence. You know what I'm saying? Just show some competence. We looked real incompetent this year as an organization.
Yes, we did. And it was from top to bottom.
All the way throughout the entire organization.
Top to bottom. Absolutely. So now we are at the end of the show. Greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week. Do you have one? Because I have.
I was trying to think. I'm trying to think of who I could give my Dummy of the Week to. I think mine would have to go with it has to go to the Giants special teams coordinator. Since the start of this season, he's already let up a field goal block for a touchdown. Just this past game alone, he had 5 penalties. I think it was like over 60 yards in penalties. He doesn't have the guys coached up on the field goal protection and know that you always got to block down when you're playing on the field on the offensive line on the field goal. You never fan out to the outside, which allowed the block to happen. Like so many things. You got players running into kickers. You got players holding, giving the other team up first downs after first down after first down. Like you have one job, and it's to take care of the special teams. If you're gonna special teams is supposed to be one of the safety of the team. If you're not gonna have any kind of discipline on there, how are you expecting to win?
Right.
Can't do that. You can't have special team. You can't have the defense hold the offense to a third down or whatever, to a fourth down or whatever, and then you give them the ball back on a penalty, which happened twice in the last game.
Yeah.
to the Seahawks. So yeah, I got to give it to the Giants special team coach.
Yes, I mean, how can you listen? I think he might know where the bones are buried. Why he still has a job.
Yo, I don't understand how he didn't get fired this week.
I
Just from
think,
this week alone, he should have got fired.
I think he has to know where the bones are buried. So there's no way you can keep your job. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, Thomas McGahee is his name. Just for those
Thomas
for
McGahee,
Thomas McGahee.
you get you definitely get the W of the week because I don't understand how you can't listen. There's some guys that coach that don't need to be coaching, and especially not at this level. Like go back down a couple of levels, learn and come back, right?
Yeah,
But like some dudes, man, like Joe Judge, is Joe Judge in the NFL?
Joe. I think he's on the Patriots. I think he's running like
went
offense
back.
on the Patriots.
He went
Yeah,
back.
he went back. I think that's why that might be why Mac Jones is playing so bad.
Right, tucked his tail and went back. Oh my
Yep.
god! I think Claw said that he's having AirPod issues. Let's see if he has Claw, are you there?
Hello.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Do you have a dummy of the week, sir?
I do actually. I'm going with Drake.
You just praised Drake for his album. Now he gets the dummy of the week.
Yeah, I got to give it to him because there's some bar about Rihanna and how he's like, oh, people. He's tired of people saying he was hung over hills for her, but in all actuality, the box was mid.
He said that.
He said, yeah, like, I'm not hung up over you. The box is mid. I'm not trying to be locked down like that. Blah blah blah. Like, but meanwhile, come on, son.
Listen,
He was head over heels for that thing, bro.
Which track is this?
I forgot, man. I'll send you a link on it.
Yes, sir. Because I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you gotta dive into that one, son.
ASAP, put hands on Drake.
Yeah, he went crazy.
That's wild, son. That's wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She really broke his heart, son.
Yeah, ruined him, bro.
She really broke his heart, son.
Ruined him.
That's what that sounded like to me.
Yeah, for him to put that in the song, yeah, she broke his heart, son.
Yeah. He meant that shit.
Yep. Yeah. That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Box is mid, bro.
Box is mid.
So
Crazy.
Drake, you definitely get the. Yeah. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't think that's mid. I
wouldn't think so.
Listen, just the crazy alone. Like remember we talked about Britney Spears, right? Like the crazy. You never hear no crazies with mid. It just doesn't go. It doesn't go well together. Doesn't. The crazies normally, yeah, they're wow. No.
Oh man.
I have my dummy of the week. I have a picture queued up. It's all good. May I have the drum roll, please? I don't even know if I have a drum roll. I had a bootleg drum roll before. I'm going to play this bootleg drum roll. May I have a drum roll, please? There's the bootleg drum roll. And the winner for dummy of the week, Julius Randle. Julius Randle is my... Now, it's one thing to be a New York Knick. One thing to be the laughing stock of the playoffs as a New York Knick because of your poor performances year in and year out. You score 25, 26 points a game, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Everybody, oh, Julius Randle's man. Hey, yeah. He's doing good. He's an all-star, right? Then he gets to the playoffs and he looks like Fester Randle. He looks like a bum. He looks like some also-ran guy off the street, can't shoot, can't play defense. Claude knows exactly what we're talking about. We was watching the Miami Heat Knick series, and he was so fed up with Julius Randle throughout the whole thing. He was like, I'm done. I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to see no part of him. Remember that, Claude?
This is definitely true.
Yes. So this is my thing, is that it's one thing to be the guy that they talk about as the poor performer in the playoffs. But it's the other guy, or it's another thing to be the guy to wear these.
Jesus.
He has Skechers brand sneakers as an endorsement. Now, anybody can say, listen, hey, shouts to him for getting the endorsement deal and all this stuff. But nah, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. That's like when Marbury had them Starberries on, and I tell you a story. We went to the park. The guy came in the park. He was fresh, had his ball, everything, right? Had the Starberries on. Played the game, right? They had him in, and the one dude on the other team was like, yo, go at him. He got Starberries on his feet. They're going to wear out at some point. That's how people are going to look at Julius Randle on the court. Now, we all know that Skechers are very comfortable walking shoes. They ain't got no basketball sneakers. When the hell did they get in the R&D department and get some basketball sneakers? I don't trust these.
That's why I was wondering this shit myself. I'm like, I ain't never seen no Skechers basketball sneakers.
I can't trust that. That's like when the PlayStation first drops. There's mad glitches and bugs in it. You don't buy the first batch. You don't buy the first batch. You wait until March when that shit drops, right? You wait till March. You don't wait until you don't buy that in December. I'm not buying no Skechers sneakers. Are you crazy? Are you
not
crazy?
No basketball sneakers?
Not no basketball sneakers. I buy the ones that got the ball in the front that can be able to help you walking or something like that. I'm not
arch joints.
And of course, it's Julius Randle to be the first person to put these on his feet. Can't be trusted. You can't be trusted if somebody so hastily put those on his feet with no type of concern. No question.
Does he even have the type of game to make them cool?
No.
Like, he don't got that type of game where, like, all right, yo, this like Marbury was nice.
Yeah.
So, niggas was gonna wear some Starberries because it's Marbury. He's nice. You know what I mean? You can wear the Reebok Shaqs because Shaq is nice.
Facts.
The influence was there when them shoes came out for them people. The influence is there. There is no influence, Julius Randle.
No influence at all.
Unless these are the shoes you take it easy when you're supposed to be doing the right thing. You just take it easy and these bum ass sneakers.
Like it's like when what's his name? Kawhi Leonard had the New Balances. Ain't nobody wearing them shits. People wear the normal New Balances. They not wearing no basketball sneakers. And if you ever see somebody on a basketball court with a pair of New Balances and not the Kawhis, just the regular ones, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. Anybody with New Balances.
Wild card completely.
Complete wild card. So Julius Randle, yeah, go ahead.
He don't even got the support of the Knicks fans.
No.
To go out and buy this. Like, he's not even a fan favorite on the Knicks no more because of how he treated the fans.
Facts.
So what kind of market did they think that he was gonna have with these sneakers?
Yo, Skechers. You know what it's gonna be for them, for their R&D department, for their basketball sneakers. Grand opening, grand closing. It's gonna be if he is your poster child to be able to push your brand forward, you have issues and you got big trouble going forward. So, for Julius Randle, you, sir, you might have thought that you won. You got this big deal. I don't even know how much money you got, right? You might have thought that you're on cloud 9, but when them sneakers start to burn off your feet and you got to run through about 7-8 pairs of those like Lonzo Ball had to do with his ZO2s, like, we going to see what happens. You a winner. Who Dummy of the Week. That's all for this show. Bishop, thank you for coming through again, man. This live show.
Happy.
This live show goes by fast. It really does. Like, we get through topics, we talk about stuff. You did good. You did good. I got a lot of feedback from last episode. Like, oh, you know that dude that you had, man. It's very knowledgeable. I like the guy. You guys were talking about some serious sports talk in this episode, man. We did it again this week. So, Claw, my man, what is the kind word?
Yeah, Apple, y'all make a lot of money. Do better. These AirPods, bro. I can hear, then I can't hear, then I'm talking, it doesn't work. This shit is weak, bro.
He was texting me. I was like, yo, I had a text. I was like, yo, you sleep, nigga? He was like, nah, boy. Bro, I was like, yo, BJ talking to you right now.
He was hearing voices. He was hearing ghosts.
Bro, it is wild. I'm heavy on my technology working, and this is not working for me right now.
What happens when you people invest in the Skynet? You gotta be like me and Bishop. We Android guys. That shit don't happen to us.
Nah, yeah.
Got the phone and the tablet right in front of me. I was scrolling on the tablet while we was doing the show. Nigga.
Facts.
Listen,
That's how I was researching.
y'all vocals wasn't in sync sometimes. All right?
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen, I closed the browser. The other browser in my joint was good for the rest of the show.
You turn off the hub.
Close a couple browsers, man. We good. Cause
that's it. Close a couple browsers on the right. Got this.
Got you.
For a second, I had like 8 browsers. I was like, no, this is bad. This is bad.
Yo, I had another window open. I was like, let me turn this off and see what happens. That's why I went and got the tablet before the show started. I was like, let me get the tablet. I'll scroll on the tablet in front of me, turn that off, and look at that. No lag. All show. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, man, this was a good live episode, man. Thank you for everybody who tuned in, who didn't tune in. You guys will be able to watch it on playback. Shouts to Fang, Chili, Claw, Cole and Ones and Twos, the Silent Assassin, Jimmy the Stupid Intern, GQ Phil will all hopefully probably be back in the studio next week. Bishop, we're more than happy to come if you want to.
I will try to grace the studio with my presence a little bit more. I will try.
Yes. And make sure you keep that fucking Brooklyn Nets at home.
Oh, no. I'll have a fresh one. Trust me. I'll definitely have a fresh one.
Oh, man. Well, listen, man. Like I said, until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
Peace.